Well, hello again, everyone. This is Bob Mannery, and you're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, only on A2D Radio. Tom and Mike, these guys are fucking awesome. But their side piece, Greg, that guy is a goddamn problem.
Welcome. This is Tom.
Mike.
AM.
In the PM.
A2DRadio.com. We're live from the BMW of Atlantic City studios. BMW of Atlantic City. We're off exit 17 of the Parkway. Find them online, BMW of Atlantic City.com. Every Wednesday night, though, we're brought to you by our certified public accountant.
Make them yours.
Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arnone, Michael Mataraki, Greg Mwakovic, Rob Povey on the ones and twos. Later on in the show, little Phil's winter meeting talk. Who are they targeting? Little Machado, little Yelich being talked about. Pre-show, Sixers, Foles, big win in Minnesota. We get some news on Markelle. When do we expect them back? Is it more lies? We'll dive into that later on the show. Not really worried about that. We're going to stay with a lot of Eagles tonight. Heavy birds talk. Fly, Eagles, fly. And we got a ton to talk about tonight, but let's get right into our poll question. We're going to dissect, obviously, the Rams game. We're going to dissect Carson Wentz's injury. We're not going to dissect the injury, but we're going to talk about the impact of it. We'll talk about Nick Foles, Dougie, this defense. We're going to talk about everything. Playmakers offensively, but our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com, with Nick Foles under center. How far can the Eagles advance in the playoffs? Wild card game, which we pretty much expect that's out. That's off the table, right? We can pretty much wipe that away. Divisional round, conference championship, Super Bowl. Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. Gentlemen.
TV, radio, film, you name it, we're there.
We're everywhere. You can find us on SoundCloud the next morning while you're driving. Everywhere, baby. But right into it, and we're going to answer all your questions. Chime in. Let us know. Get it off the table. If you're hurt, tell us how hurt you are. If you're excited and you have tons of faith, tell us how much faith you have. All right? But let me tell you one thing. Next man up does not apply when it comes to Carson Wentz. Okay? Before we get into anything, but right into our poll question. How far can they advance, Mike, with Nicky franchise, Nick Foles at quarterback?
I'm going to
can you give me juice on
give us a little bit of juice.
Juice. Somebody messed with my headset. I don't like that. You let one guy touch it. Things don't come back the way they should.
You know who that is?
I don't know who it is. That's why I said one guy.
It's not me.
God, no, I'm going back to you with the poll.
I mean, I got to disagree with you a little bit on the next man up theory. Not because I don't, in my heart of hearts, agree with what you're saying, but the attitude that they have to take to be able to maintain that level of confidence and continuity is Peters went down, next man up. Hicks went down, next man up. Sproles went down, next man up. They got to have the same attitude with the quarterback, because if they don't, they got no shot.
Well, of course they need the same attitude, and I'm not – this isn't my assessment on how far they can go. I'm just saying that wording and that cliche doesn't work when you're talking about an MVP.
And I agree with you.
And your franchise player right now, and the guy who's lighting the league on fire, who's red hot, it just doesn't apply to. It applies to everybody else, though. It does. I mean, even, Joe Walker, again, another middle linebacker, goes out. Najee Good comes in. Can't stop the run worth a lick, but can pass coverage, but can cover guys. But, so how far? Yeah, again, back to you. You can go back to it.
Sorry, I was welcoming the folks on the YouTubes. How we doing, gang? for me, as much as it pains me to say it, I got them losing the NFC Championship game, and I'll tell you why.
It shouldn't be painful.
Well,
it's painful, but
it's
it shouldn't
painful.
be under circumstances.
I told you Sunday night I was sick to my stomach.
Sick?
Literally sick to
Mike,
my
I
stomach.
felt like I lost a family member, okay? I mean, I there was mourning. There was time to mourn.
Yes, and this show needs to be about mourning and healing, and we're going to do that for the
Charles
people.
said it was like, you had to go through the whole mourning process.
The 6 stages of
six
grief.
stages of grief.
Well,
he was talking about.
You were so depressed you showed up for that show in a goddamn bathrobe.
You got to do.
You look like a mental patient.
But guess what?
You were.
But I was. I still am because of this injury. Yeah. But I did rip off the robe and show people what was underneath. And what was underneath, the guy who used to be on the wall. But I got crushed for having it on the wall. So the people out there jinxed it because I took them off and put Brady on instead. And look what happened. One little change. We shouldn't have changed anything.
And Brady shit the bed Monday night too. So
he did.
He always does in Miami, though.
He always does, yeah.
But the reason for that is I do believe they're going to win at least 2 out of these final 3. They're going to get the first round bye. They're going to have home field throughout. I think they win a divisional game, but I think the championship game, I think the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl. Probably more so than any other game over the course of a season, unless you have an absolute top 3 stud defense. I think the conference championship game and the Super Bowl are the 2 games that come down to who's got the better quarterback. And I just don't see Nick being better than a Drew Brees, a Cam Newton. He's probably comparable with Goff and Keenum. If the Falcons sneak in there, he's not better than Matty Ice. I mean, it's going to be real difficult to match that quarterback spot with the other teams that could make it that far.
Of course, and that's not a fair assessment. That's not a bad assessment. That's fair. I mean, that is. I mean, NFC Championship game. And listen, if you get there, it's 60 minutes of football.
Right.
I mean, we talked about last night.
Any given Sunday.
Who can make a play? You know what I mean? You talk about a defensive pick 6, a punt return TD, a fumble return or a fumble in their end. I mean, them kind of things switch games. And we talk about 60-minute football. Anybody obviously can win, but them kind of things give you a better chance to win.
Right.
So that's what it's a lot going to determine. But how far can they go, Greg, with Nick?
I'm going they lose that first divisional round. And outside of the quarterback, I said it last night. This is just you can't. It's tough to overcome a Carson Wentz injury with how hot he was playing and how well he was playing. It's tough to say. All right, Nick. Not only step in, but still play comparable. You're not going to be Carson, but be comparable. And I think that's a big ask of him. But more importantly, I haven't in the last few games. The defense and that left side of that offensive line against probably our toughest stretch of the schedule has been suspect.
Of course.
But
they make a big play when your quarterback did go down and the backup's in and you need to make a play late in the game and you get a winner. This is part of Howie's gig. You bring in these winners and guys make plays. And Howie Long with a strip sack and ball game.
Chris Long. I wish it was Howie.
Chris, sorry. But whatever.
If it was Howie, I'd be throwing a party.
You know what I'm saying? I was reading the comments trying to talk
I
at
get
the same time.
But I think, we're going to face some really good offenses coming in the playoffs. And everyone's front 4 is going to be what St. Louis had or Los Angeles had.
Of course.
And Seattle had. And Vaitai and whoever that left guard has been a turnstile the last few weeks. And that's very.
But keep something in mind now. When you're talking about Nick, he's not Carson Mobile.
Right.
We all know that. But one thing he is though is he's sneaky. He's sneaky.
Yeah,
he's
not
a
doubting
statue.
that.
I'm just saying he's not statue-ish. So he can help you a little bit by moving around the pocket better than a lot of backups in this league can.
But what they proved is over against a great front 4
in Seattle isn't really fair.
They can't pass block 50 times a game.
But how better do you pass block at home though?
But you got to give them a push.
But listen. How better do you pass block at home? Now?
It's a little different.
Okay, so you hope if you can get 2 home games, or your first exit game, if that's at home, you would hope that that's better than what it would be in a Seattle environment.
You would hope.
No,
and I think getting Wisniewski back at left guard will help the situation a little bit because, Greg, to your point, having Vaitai and Chance Warmack on that side, I agree. turnstile, no question about it. I think if you can shore up one of those spots, it takes a little more pressure off the guy next to him.
Agreed.
And maybe Vitae kind of snaps out of this little slump that he's in.
Well, you're going to be in a slump too when you got interchanging guards
No,
next to you.
I agree.
And you're a young guy.
absolutely
Now,
right.
all pros, guys who've been doing it for a minute, okay, they're not going to slump as much. Maybe a little bit. Maybe see a little bit go down. But grand scheme of things, they're going to be who they are.
Yeah.
But when you're a young kid in this kind of situation, it's going to take that chemistry with that guard to make your play better as well. There's a lot that goes on up there that, we
I
all know
understand.
about. No, I'm not. We're talking to the people. I might be looking at you, but I'm talking to the people. Let me before I tell you where I think they go. Okay, how far they can go. Let me read off. Rob Taramina, sorry. He wanted to know what kind of rap that was, and I hit him with it's our own beats. It's not. I lied to the people. Ismail Rodriguez, Fly Eagles Fly. Doug Zeke, way too much Fly guys. Mataraki ain't happy about the Flyers.
Come on. They win 4 in a
row.
You got to give a little love to the Fly guys.
Negative. Ralphie D, what's up, boys? What up, Ralphie?
What's up,
Ralphie.
Mikey Klink, divisional round. Doug Zeke, all ye have faced Super Bowl. He's really into Jesus right now in the Lord. He's really found.
Zeke has come around. I don't know what happened to Zeke.
What happened? He's hated everything and everybody. Now he's in love.
You know what it is? I'll tell you what
love
it is. Zeke's cheating on us with like 30 other shows on 10 other stations, but then he realizes that the grass is not greener. And when he comes home...
Only one grass to piss on, Zeke, and that's right here, baby.
When he comes home to Papa, everything is so much better and brighter.
Michael Quinkoff, know the offense, which benefits, but I can answer that better after I watch him in some action. So
That's fair.
Sunday's fair. Ralphie D, for the poll, they get to the NFC Championship game. Chrome, Super Bowl fellas, they have a shot. Chrome. Rob,
I like the
I'm
Chrome,
not even reading
I like
that,
the
Rob.
Chrome confidence.
Not reading it, Rob. Not reading one and done, even though I just read it. Doug Zeke. He's talking beers. Chrome, hey, guys, after this week, at least I got Marcell Ozuna. Shove it up your ass, all right?
Well, you know what the problem was? Zeke was ripping me on Sunday because I was so emotional. And then I was so positive on Monday. And I'm like, well, yeah, after 724 beers on Sunday, you'd be freaking emotional too.
That's what he's talking about, 724. Vinny Masson, what up, Vinny? Stream
Vinny.
Smart Vinny. Get your ATD promo. Type it in. Get all the games. All the action, babe. Nikki 6 becomes Nikki 7 and beats Brady and Belichick in the bowl. Okay, I'm joking. They lose that first game. I agree with Greg. Bob Hartman, throw the special teams in there as well. We've had a stellar special teams for years now, and they've been suspect the last couple weeks at times this whole season. They have.
Yeah,
and that's the Maragos loss. So it really hasn't been next man up because the defense hasn't been – the special teams has not been as good as they've been in the past.
Interesting, though, when they have to fill Carson's roster spot, they go out and they re-sign a guy who's been one of their special teams aces over the past couple of years. So I think to Bob's point, they recognize that they need a little help on special teams, and they're going to address that.
And to that, though, I don't even think it's so much the coverage. When's the last time we broke a return for any amount of yardage?
And, bro, you can't get punt blocked against you. That's
No.
the most amateur thing in all sports to me. Right, when a punt gets blocked, when it's a clean snap, good hold, for the brand.
But not only,
hold on, for the brand, and all that's right, Pat McAfee.
And the one that he just missed, too. There was another one that he put his hand over.
Well, that was
yeah, well, I was like, how did he miss that?
Well, that's what would piss me off the most about the punt block is when you come that close to getting one blocked and you don't make an adjustment, that is 100% on the special teams coach.
Yeah, and listen, that's fat. That's just right in front of your eyes. You don't have to go back and watch nothing. That was just missed it. Oh, now we got it, we got it so clean. Like he took it. I thought he took the snap. I didn't even think he got to the punter. I just thought, whoop, right in.
Well, it's like they say that when the punt gets blocked or a kick gets blocked, you hear like the dreaded double thud. There was no double thud because it all happened at the same time. It was like ball met foot met hands. And, of course, the guy who picks it up and goes in for the touchdown's a former Eagle. So,
Doug Zeke, seriously, who cares? Who scares you in the NFC? Especially if we are home. And he's got a good point. And I'm going to talk about it when I dive into my answer here. Curly, what's up, fellas? What up, Curl? My boy Greg, he loves you because you hate Philly even though you love Philly. Yeah, so that's why he loves you. You're a fraud, Carl. I love you though. Brian Attard, what's up, guys?
What's up,
I generally
Brian?
do feel bad for you guys with Wentz. What up,
Appreciate
Brian?
it.
No, we do appreciate it. It's tough. You know how it is. I mean, he went through it with Zeke, not getting hurt, but the whole suspension and all that. So it's not the same feeling. Because you guys
Well,
weren't
no,
winning.
you
guys weren't winning anyway.
Right, but Brian with
Is
the
the
Giants.
Giants.
See, this
No,
is
he's not.
Attard? Sure he is.
No, he's not.
I thought he was. Oh,
Cowboys
he's a
fan.
Rangers guy.
He's a Cowboys fan.
All right. Well, here's the thing.
He's a Rangers and Cowboys
It
fan.
doesn't make any sense.
Even if he is a Giants guy, here's
Most of them don't.
where
Right.
one hand washes the other. Because we went in when Eli got shafted, and we admitted it. We took Eli's side, so of course we're going to get a little love in return, which is nice.
Michael Berry. I'm calling it now. Eagles will be in the Super Bowl this year. We can do it for Carson Wentz. Listen, I'll get into it in a minute. Chrome, I'm still trying to figure out what value Barner's bringing to the team. Well, he just catches the ball, Chrome. That's it. I mean, they just want a guy back there that catches the football. That's all they're looking for. They're just looking for don't make a mistake back there. And if you break one for a little bit, good. It's icing on the cake. And what else do we got?
I got a bunch on the tube when you're ready.
Yeah,
too.
get to the two. But I want to just go over how I feel real fast about the poll question.
Go ahead, you do it.
With Nick Foles under center, how far can they go? How far can they advance? I think they can get to a Super Bowl. Realistically, I think they can get to that NFC Championship game, and then it's all on the table. Anything's possible. But I like Nick knows this offense. I said it last night. I've been saying it since I had it after my 48 hours to regroup and get my mind out of a pretzel twist and deal with what happened. Okay, the guy can play.
I like pretzels.
The guy can play. And the one thing he does well that most backups can't even do is he can stretch the field. So which automatically means that you can't eat in the box. You gotta play safety deep all day because you have to respect that. That's factual. Him knowing the playbook better than Carson, this point of his career. Factual. That's just factual. Been around it longer. You know what I mean? So he knows it better. There's a lot of the same little tendencies and things that go into the offense, even when Chip was here. A little bit of that is here now because they brought in some college-style offense that Carson ran. So a lot of them similarities are the same as what he ran with Chip, with talent. There's more talent on the offensive side of the football right now than in 2013. That's not a question. That's not. As a whole, there's more talent. I mean, at the receiving core, tight end core, running backs, there's more. Deeper running back. If you put all these numbers up to McCoy, they're probably better.
For me personally.
And they block better in pass blocking.
Yeah.
And I'm taking a combination of Alshon, Torrey, Nelson, and Ertz any day over a combination of Deshaun, Macklin, Riley Cooper,
And Macklin wasn't
and
there.
Selleck.
Macklin wasn't there. He was hurt.
Hey, and he was, yeah.
Somebody brought that up
quite a
last
bit.
night. I said, no, 2013. That's when he tore his knee. He wasn't there. So, but my thing is, okay, you can think about the divisional game. That's at home, all right? You're expecting to play somebody already underneath you in a way, okay? This is where you want to talk about, hey, my defense walks and talks and takes pictures like they're top 5 defense, right? Well, now you got to act like one.
Right.
So when I look at who's the highest paid player on this whole team, it's not Carson Wentz. It's number 91, and that's Fletcher Cox. And he's got to dominate up front. Getting Joe Walker back is going to help you a little bit in the run game. A little bit. He's not Jordan Hicks, but he's better than Najee Good run stopping. These corners. Now, we talked about last night, stop moving Malcolm Jenkins up into the slot area. Keep him back at your safety. This is, again, why your defense is taking a step back, because every year you do it, Jimmy, and every year it freaking fails on you, and we all sit here and yell and scream at you to put him back where he's a Pro Bowler at. He's not a one-on-one cover guy, goddammit. He's not. You have 72 million corners, and you're going to use him in that spot? It's crazy. So you hope that adjustment gets made. But
well, let me cut in on you for a second.
Yeah, cut away.
Because I don't understand why that adjustment was made in the first place. If you've got Jalen Mills on one side and Ron Darby on the other side,
and Robinson slot.
You got Patrick Robinson in the slot, who supposedly is grading out as the highest graded corner in the NFL by Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, why is Rasul not the next?
Yeah, why is Rasul not the next? And then, I don't necessarily have a problem with playing Corey Graham at safety.
I do.
But why do you need to have him in that position? And if it's a situation where you want to rotate Corey Graham in to get, Malcolm or, Rashad or Rodney off the field for a couple snaps here and there, just because you've got 6-7 more games potentially left to play, that's fine. But you don't put him in and bring Malcolm up to the slot and take a corner off the field.
Nah,
We've
man,
already figured out that doesn't work.
They're going to expose you.
Right.
They're going to expose you. So my feeling is, whoever you play in that divisional game, you're probably a better team then. So you need your Pro Bowl guys. You need your leaders. You need your winners to make plays, right? I look at Brandon Graham. I look at that whole defense, that front eight that Joe Buck stole from me on Sunday. Stole it right from out from under me. All right, the front eight. That front eight has got to be dominant.
Sure.
Okay, and especially if you're at home, you'd expect a better performances. So these next 3 weeks are important for this whole football team to, one, rally around the quarterback and believe in it. And to get a win on Sunday any way you want to slice it, even though it's a terrible football team, will go really far in believing. Because it's all about believing in the guy. Because he can make enough plays in this league. My thing about Nick Foles is he can make every throw on that chart. There ain't a throw he can't make. That's not the issue. Right? It's not the issue. He went to St. Louis, and Jeff Fisher's a freaking moron and kills quarterbacks, what he did to everyone who's been in St. Louis. All right? But my point is he can make enough plays in this offense. He loves this offense. There's talent to make plays in this offense. Can you distribute the football and let your talent make plays for you? That's it. I think the ball might come out a little quicker, but can he avoid what he fell into in his trap? And his big trap was fading in the pocket, and you feel like he's 20 yards deep and throwing off the back foot.
Right.
That's the thing he can't do. If they can keep him moving up in the pocket, he can distribute the football. He's got a good arm.
Well,
so he's not like most backups. So listen,
but if you look at
I'm going to say that.
But if you look at the game that he started last year for Kansas City, that was something that Andy and Doug corrected. So he played well for Kansas City last year.
And there wasn't a lot of talent offensively.
In the same offense.
Like Travis and Tyreek.
Yeah.
There wasn't like overwhelming talent offensively in Kansas City last year. You know what I mean? It wasn't crazy talk. So, but my point is, remember we talked about last Wednesday, how the curses ended and everything, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Yeah. We said it was not going to be, it wasn't going to be smooth sailing. We weren't expecting this. But I'm not saying win a Super Bowl, but just the feeling.
Thanks, Mush.
The feeling I have.
Thanks, Mush.
I know, right? The feeling I have is that they can go there.
Yeah.
They can go there because why not us? Why would this curse, right, of the snowball, let's call it the snowball curse. Why would the curse of the snowball throw and any other way than a way when we least expect it now? If we're 8-4, I'm worried as shit. But when you have the opportunity for an easy schedule down the stretch here, to get 2 wins, get home field throughout, right? And if he plays well, why can't we? Why can't we? Crazier things happen. Nobody in this league is unbeatable. There's nobody in this league that's unbeatable.
I saw that Monday night.
You see it. If Jay Cutler can beat Tom Brady, Nick Foles can beat somebody in the divisional round. That's how I look at that one, because anything can happen. And if they adjust the offense to fit him, the way I know Doug and Frank Reich, another guy who's been in big spots as a backup in this league, it's got to help. That conversation has to help behind closed doors, right? Right, Greg? I know you don't want to believe, but that conversation has to help behind closed doors.
Sure it does.
Of course it does.
Sure it does.
It's not Madden. It's real life.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
It's Nicky Foles.
All right, what do you got on the tube? Let's get to the people. And let us know. Get it off your chest, too, everywhere.
On the tube, TTP Ballin, A2D. Of course, he comes out with a Sixers question. Right
what up,
Tay?
We don't care.
A2D Radio, what's up? Damn good Sixers game yesterday. Trust the process. Got to cut the TOs by half, though. LMAO. Yeah, no kidding.
Goodness, you're right.
Clay Ferguson, so somber. I think the Eagles' playoff run is solely based on the matchups. I think they can beat the South and the Rams, but probably not the Vikings.
Well, Vikings where? In Minnesota, no shot. Because they play on that turf. They're madmen on that turf. No shot. But here, why not? Yeah. They got Case Keenum. Yeah, we're in the same boat.
Who beat out Nick Foles.
Yeah, but, okay, so maybe he wants to shove it up his ass, Greg.
There you go.
And he said, oh, hey, Case, take this.
Yeah, he's playing at a different level, though, right now.
John DeCasanova. I'm just nervous to see if Doug can run the ball more. Foles is no Wentz, so got to make it easier for him.
You do, to a point.
Agreed.
To a point.
Clay, next man up, stops at the quarterback when it comes to elite quarterbacks like Wentz. Fair point. TTP, I think Jim Schwartz is going to have this defense ready to kill. Ange Washington, no way, Eagles all the way. 3 games to get really ready. Okay, I get what he's saying. No way, Eagles all the way. 3 games to get really ready.
Yep.
And Foles, lesser, inner, or more touchdowns. Don't play like Wentz, but he have to have the edge to make it happen. Okay. Clay says, I think they lose in the conference championship game to the Vikings, I believe. John DeCasanova, am I the only one who thinks we shit on Atlanta if we see them in the playoffs? No, I actually agree with that.
Nah, here?
I think
it'll be here?
If it's here,
yeah, of course. It will be here.
I just think that becomes, can Matty Ice score more than the Eagles can stop?
We shut them down here before. I'm not concerned about that.
Ange Washington again. Eagles playing at a different level. Teamwork to win. TTP, I still think we can go all the way to the Super Bowl. This team can beat anyone at home. True. Get the first round bye and home field advantage. We might win it all.
Yeah, Michael DeAndre said the same thing on Facebook. Michael DeAndre says Eagles need home field in order to have a shot, and that's what we just touched upon.
David Rosca, Rams 10-4 this Sunday. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave. How you feeling,
How you feeling, buddy?
Probably better than us. I mean,
wait, hold on a second.
He's still got his quarterback.
Yeah, we beat him, and he's probably feeling better than us.
I want to ask David a question, and I want you to answer in the YouTube chat. Were you one of those motherfuckers that was on the Metro in L.A. chanting ACL, ACL? Because if you were, I will never read one of your comments on the air again.
You know what, Mike? I don't think he is.
I don't think he is either.
He wouldn't be in the chat and following.
But I gotta throw that out there because I gotta call out the Rams fans.
But I got to call this one. Brandon Tartt, the people who are just Super Bowl confident that this team is still going to go to the Super Bowl don't realize how much they're insulting Carson Wentz and his importance to this team by saying that. No, we're not. That's the thing. I'm not spitting on Carson Wentz here or disrespecting him. I said it clear as day that it's not next man up when you talk about the MVP of the league and the best player on your football team and your quarterback. But if you can get home field throughout, Foles knows the offense really well. Why can't you? That's all my thing is. If you have home field throughout, why can't you? That's it. Because you just need to make plays. It's still a good football team here. In an NFC that's not loaded by any stretch, why can't you? It's not delusional, and it's not putting down Carson at all. I know who Carson Wentz is. And like I've been saying, but nobody out there, like un-Eagles fans, wanted to admit that he was the best player in football before the ACL. But now he takes the ACL, and the other fan base want to come in, and they want to tell you, well, you got no shot now because you lost Wentz. Hold on, but you know what I mean? I can't.
So wait, I
don't know where I'm going with it.
So if we go from winning games by 15, 20, 25, 30 points to winning games by a touchdown because we have a downgraded quarterback, we're still winning games, but that shit's on our quarterback? Really? That's how that works?
Yeah, listen, he can get it done enough. That's all you're asking for. Don't turn the football over. Get it done. It's something he's done really well. He really doesn't turn the football over a lot either. He's not known for turning the football over a lot. That's not really his MO. It's never really been his thing. Okay?
I got a good one here.
Yeah, get there. I want to get back to the ball.
All right, so Clay says he'd be happy with Jags versus Eagles. He's a big Jags fan.
My favorite player besides Carson Wentz is on the Jags.
Edgar Venzer. Big Dick Nick will come through. I love it. We're
throwing a big dick around. Put it on the table, Nicky. Let's go.
Gotta trust him. He runs a lot of RPOs with Chip in that fast offense. We run a lot of those with better time management, a better team, and a better coach.
Talked about that earlier on, brother. You're spot on.
TTP Bowen says, I agree with what you said, but please don't ever call him that again.
Who? Big Dick
Nick.
Big Dick Nick.
I'm sorry. Did someone just really say Doug Pederson's a better coach than Chip Kelly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. John DeCasanova.
What? He's not.
No, but go ahead.
What?
Why are you going to turn this into a Doug thing based on?
I didn't hear.
Are you okay?
No, obviously I'm not okay. I just
And
didn't hear the
don't touch me
comment.
because you're sick. Okay, we talk about that. Not because I don't love you. Don't touch me now. Okay, and to stop it. Okay, Doug Pederson's a better NFL football coach than Chip Kelly is. That's factual. Would you stop it?
Okay.
And I'm
It's
a Chip
factual.
guy deep down.
If it's factual, then I'll stop. We're good.
Okay, you should
Move on.
Exactly. We will stop.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead, Mike.
Said better time management, a better team, and better coach.
He'll take more goddamn airborne. And he's right. He's right. Bob Hartman said, did you know Carson Wentz, even though with the surgery and everything, on his day off,
Coming back next week.
was with Nick getting ready on their day off.
They didn't take the day off yesterday. They,
Like that?
They
Leave it.
actually came in. They game planned yesterday.
What would you expect from him?
And then
though?
apparently he got on
Nothing
a plane
more
and
than
went.
that. Nothing else, right? What else?
Yeah.
Would you, Greg's right. What
like,
else?
Like I sit there and I watch, J.J. Watt's Graham videos, and him and Deshaun Watson are in the facility every day. Like, what do you expect from these guys?
Yeah, they're going to work their
Like,
tail
that
off.
doesn't shock me. Like, that's
No.
not like,
You got here for a reason.
right, I see that.
You know what
I'm
I
like,
mean?
I don't have to go, oh, great job, Carson. You're helping your guy out. No, I expect you to be
Yeah,
there.
when you're a franchise, when you just broke the franchise TD number, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I would expect it. We all know how much work he already puts in, but you would expect him to be there
Why-
just because of the guy he is.
I got the story secondhand from Bob Hartman a couple hours ago, but it was reported.
That's what Bob was saying
It
on
was,
here.
yeah, it was reported that he wanted to get off the plane at 5:00 in the morning and go straight to the hospital to get the MRI
Mike
because he was hoping that it wasn't as bad as.
Mike Coletta, what about the checkdowns? Wentz has the keys to the car. Foles might still be having his driving permit. That's where I disagree because he knows the offense so well. If he didn't know the offense well, I completely agree with that statement. But the fact that he knows it so well, and this is his offense that he was brought into as a rookie, the first offense he ever learned in the NFL, this is his offense. So that's not an issue for me, keys to the car. He can still make every throw that Carson can make. He just can't do all the other things Carson can do. Does he have the zip Carson has? Hell no. But can he throw the deep ball maybe better than Carson right now in their careers?
More accurate.
Probably.
Absolutely.
Probably more accurate. I'm not saying deeper, but he can throw the deep ball, which means you can't come up in the box. You can't, you know what I mean? You got to respect more things. So it's different than your usual backup.
Right. TTP says seven touchdowns, 3 picks over the next 2 games. Sits versus the Cowboys. Clay Ferguson says you don't sit Foles against Dallas. The Edgar Venzer says unless you want to risk Sudfeld in the playoffs, you sit Foles. William Witt said, hey, guys, I'm not going to lie, I'm still hurt. So are we.
Of course, Will.
We're trying to work through here, trying to get through it. TTP Ballin says, name a backup besides Sammy Sleeves you'd rather have than Foles. He's been to a Pro Bowl and is 20-16 as a starting quarterback that's played here before. And it's funny because I was going to bring that up because I went and I did the nerd exercise last night where I looked at the roster of every team in the NFL and found out who the backup quarterback was.
Oh, and he's better than all.
And there is literally not a single backup quarterback that I would start right now, including
over Nick Foles.
including Teddy Bridgewater.
Over Nick Foles, yes.
Over Nick Foles.
Yes. Mike Coletta, will Peterson let him check out? He means to say check out as much as Wentz. Hard time believing he'll allow that. No, he will. That's the thing. He will because he knows the offense so well. There's no reason why he won't be able to check out a plays as much as Carson did.
They said the game plan's not going to change.
Nothing's going to change. This is what I'm trying to say. If it was a different guy or a guy, this was his first year in the offense, yes, he wouldn't be able to do all them things. But again, he's been in it his whole life, so it changes. Chrome says Mike Vick. Michael DeAndrew says it's getting colder. It's snowing here now. We got to get the backs to run, of course. Vinny Massington, I love Greg and Tom's opposite views on Doug all season. It's great. Bob Hartman.
Don't worry, it's not going to change.
Bob Hartman, take it for what it's worth, but Howard Eskin also said that in all the years covering the Birds, he can't remember a team that has bonded together the way this team has. And Zeke writes in 27-2.
All right, so wait, hold on a second.
13-10.
Let's go back to that
Eskin?
Eskin thing from Bob.
Yeah.
So,
and by the way, Bob says he's a big Eskin fan. So am I, Bob. Always been.
Here's the thing.
Real talk.
Eskin is technically an Eagles employee because he does their sideline on the dial during games. So would I expect him to say anything less? No. But it's also Eskin. So if it wasn't true, he probably wouldn't say anything at all. So, and where I'm going with this is I actually put a lot of stock in that because he's either going to toe the company line and be positive, or he's just not going to say anything at all. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he does come out with that much positivity about the team as a whole, that actually makes me feel good about what's going on.
Yeah, because it's all about still believing.
In that room.
Right? It's all about still believing. Was everybody probably in shock for 24 hours, and maybe there was some disbelief? But I think once they get back to work, they're going to start believing again. Because they're going to watch this guy throw in the tunnel, and they're going to watch him make throws. They're like, okay. And they've watched him make throws. Listen, LeSean McCoy don't like his own wife. Right? He'll throw his own wife out on the goddamn turnpike, all right, because he don't even like his own wife. When he tweets out that Nick's a true baller, that's real talk, man. Like, guys in this league, Mike Vick talked about how good of a player Nick Foles is. Guys around the league talk about this ain't your usual backup quarterback. I'm not talking they're going to win a Super Bowl. I'm not talking about being on Broad Street. But he can still make a lot of the same throws Carson can make. So can you get it to your playmakers still and allow them to make plays? That's all it comes down to.
Well,
and not turn the football over.
Malik Brooks chimes in and says Keenum is fielding great for Bridgewater. And I don't disagree with that. But at this point in the season, I don't even look at Keenum as a backup. To me, he's their starter. He's been in that role now for
he don't lose that job, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to throw like 8 picks in 2 games for him to lose that job.
Oh, he loses it next year.
No. We're talking about right now.
Right.
He's got to throw like 8 picks in 2 games to lose that job.
And he says Foles is only famous for 27-2 in 2013. Oh, okay.
Still did it, dude. It's still body of work, man.
Still did it.
Still body of work. Like, you can't be like a guy hits 40 homers and be like, well, he gets credit for hitting them 40 homers. Well, he still hit 40 homers.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just take it away from guys when it's convenient or fits your narrative.
Yeah, and
that's not fair at all.
And he says AB is the MVP of this league. And I wouldn't argue that.
Who?
AB, Antonio Brown.
Or Ben. You might
Ben.
have started looking right in Ben's direction. A guy who was talking about retiring. You couldn't tell in practice if he even wanted to play the game anymore. And now he's slinging it around the yard.
Yes.
Chrome.
Clay comes back with.
What'd Clay say?
Doug is 100 times better than Chip. Mm-hmm. Chip couldn't cut it in the NFL and had to run back to college. And then he was even scared of SEC competition and took a lesser job.
Well, listen, Chip is innovative. Chip's a smart guy. And I you know how I feel about Chip. But in my opinion,
100 times better. I completely disagree.
No, because guess what? Guess
clearly.
what? The relationship matters, Greg.
Okay.
The personal relationship to your players matter.
But he said
at this level.
Okay.
No. What comes in? Oh, come on, stop it.
Everybody who has failed in the NFL has gone back to college and come back. Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, they've all done it.
And I'm not saying he won't come back. My point is,
but to say he's
100
really times better,
he's better.
Well, that was.
I'll give you better. Maybe.
Turn away because you're sick.
Of course, it's an exaggeration.
Turn away because you're sick.
And that's why I laughed.
Turn away because you're sick.
I mean, of course, it's an exaggeration.
I'm not laughing at all because the relationship man to man matters at this level.
Okay.
More so than it matters when you can change over every 4 years.
Has Doug coached in the playoffs yet?
He will be, Greg. Okay,
He did. He did.
Okay,
and he lost that game for Kansas City.
Okay, 9-7. Okay, he lost the game for Kansas City.
He called the second half of those plays for Kansas City, and he lost that game.
Stop it! I can't. I'm gonna get back to the people. James Wilder, what up, James? I just think defense wins championships. Eagles made the tournament, and they need only 1 or 2 wins to get there. No disrespect, but they don't have to go through a 7-game series, and that's true. That's very true. Michael DeAndrea, did someone just say something? Tim fucking Tebow? I don't know. No. I didn't. Chrome was talking about possibly, Vic to back up Foles. I don't see that happen. I think it's going to be Matt McGloin, to be honest with you. Vinny Massington.
Actually, McGloin's not available, dude.
He's in
Houston.
Yeah.
No, he's in Houston.
Yeah, when Deshaun Foster went down, they actually signed 2 backups.
Yeah, see, I don't care. That's my point.
Oh, wait.
If Foles goes down, it doesn't matter.
Hold on a second.
Doesn't matter. Just put Trey Burton in there.
And I agree with that, but hold on a second. Did you guys see when Tom Savage went down on Sunday?
Yeah.
And he got hit so hard he was having convulsions. How does the NFL not see that?
Make a call.
Because all they're worried about is money.
And he goes back in the game.
He ain't making you money.
I mean, you want to talk about player safety and putting a guy at risk. That's one of the scariest things I've seen all season. Yeah. Guys literally laying in the end zone in convulsions, and somehow he manages to get back in the game. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
It's disgusting. Arthur Partington, our team is way better this year than any team we've had in our last Super Bowl. I think is he saying this team's better than the Super Bowl team?
No, I think he's saying it's the best team we've had since the Super Bowl.
Since the Super Bowl. Yes, completely agree. Doug Zeke, Chip Kelly, cardboard cutout for Nicky Foles. Channel that 27-2. Brian Attard, from my understanding, the Eagles are still using elements of Chip Kelly's offense currently. That's what we were talking about a little while ago.
A lot of teams are.
That's why he was innovative.
That's why the GOAT
That's why I said innovative. That's why I said innovative, right?
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from Chip. I just believe more in Doug as an NFL coach right now. That's all.
Okay.
Chip's going to go dominate college. You know how I feel.
I know.
You know how I feel, so stop it. Stop it with the looks.
No, I'm getting back to that guy because he says he took a lesser SEC job. No, that's all money. You go to the Pac-10, you go to Pac-12, conference you've already dominated. You're in the playoffs every year.
And Bob Hartman's
You're
upset.
in the playoffs every year.
Bob Hartman wants to know what you have against Doug so much, but we're not going to get into that right now because that'll go off the rails. You have a lot against him.
Yep.
That's why you had him at 9-7.
7-9. Get it right.
7-9.
Well, they've already surpassed those expectations.
Yeah. Oh, Mike White says Keenan, Fitzpatrick, Hundley, all better backups than Foles. Stop it, dude. Stop. Now you're searching. Ryan Fitzpatrick's not a better backup than anybody.
Hundley?
Yeah.
Hundley. And Fitzmagic. Because he's tearing it up in Tampa.
Because he doesn't like the Eagles. So he's going to come in and stir the pot.
Yeah.
He's pot stirring, which is fine. Because if not, we're just going to circle jerk each other. And we don't need that. So you need guys coming in, playing the other side of shit. Get too smooth in here.
No, this is great. I'm sorry. So Damn Clutch chimes in. It says, Jeff Fisher should never get another coaching job. SMH. Exhibits A, B, and C. Foles, Keenum, and Goff.
Agreed. He never deserves another coaching job. Never. Now, he probably will never get one either. I would assume.
He'll get one as a coordinator somewhere because he's not an offensive guy.
Actually, Greg, this is directed to you.
Uh-huh.
Can someone please explain all the Doug hate I hear? I'm not saying he's the best coach out there, but his play calling is or that his play calling is spectacular. But at 11-2, he's obviously doing something right.
Oh, I'll answer it for him. Let me answer it for Greg because I have no Doug hate. I'm a Doug guy. This guy, not a Doug guy. All right? And his reasoning is when you pick something to be 7-9, you're not going to give up on it right away. And that's his reasoning. He didn't believe him in the beginning. And he's not going to believe in him now, and he's not going to believe it until he wins a playoff game or whatever he needs to see down the road to believe in him. That's his opinion. I completely disagree with it, but he's sticking to his guns. He's sticking to his guns.
He was handed the job. He didn't earn it.
I respect the dude because he's sticking to his guns, even though he's wrong.
And to be honest with you, I don't know if there's anything Doug can do that I'm going to like. I'm gonna probably be a Doug hater all the way for his entire career.
What if they win the Super Bowl?
Mike, you know what's funny?
Well, I could like the team and not like the head coach.
I can't. You know what's funny?
There's a lot of those people out there.
You know what's funny?
Look at the whole Flyers fan hate.
What are we looking at here?
Mike Guetta says, "Love you guys, but I'm not a hater at all." It's almost like saying I'm not a hater is like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't do drugs. I've been clean for a month. You know what I mean? It's like when you got to tell somebody you're not. You usually are.
You know what it is? It's like starting a sentence with all due respect.
Yeah. You say whatever the hell you want.
Because then you'll say whatever the hell you want, and you think you get away with it because you say with all due respect.
Okay, maybe hater's the wrong word, but you have dislike for this football team.
He's not a fan. He's a Bucs fan.
That's fine. You know what I mean?
I don't expect him to like him.
No,
I don't even like him.
No, he doesn't like.
You know what? I called him a hater earlier too. I was a little harsh. So
it's all right.
My bad.
Everybody's a hater. I called him a hater too. Anybody who disagrees with anything Eagles right now is going to be a hater.
Actually, his own partner called him a hater too. So
Brian might be onto something.
Just saying.
Brian might be onto something.
All the combat boys, by the way, were in the.
Were they all in there?
In the Instagram
they know how
chat.
to get. Now they're looking to see who's going to bat 1, 2, 3, 4 this year. They're all in there first.
Oh, I'll tell you who's batting leadoff off of the comments.
Yeah.
Levi. Smoking Jay Cutler equals MVP.
I saw a picture of
nice.
I think it was NFL memes that had Cutler walking a dog, and the dog had a picture of Brady's face on it. It was classic. Just walking my bitch. Just walking my bitch. Okay, you said you're not a hater. We got it.
Coop 11. Coop.
You're a hater.
I trust Nick Foles. He's fighting for a chance to start again in this league. You know what? Might not be completely inaccurate. I mean, I know he signed here for 3 years, but if he plays his ass off for the rest of the season and the Birds do win a Super Bowl, I wouldn't be surprised if a team comes calling.
Well, Mike
They've
Vick,
already tried that, though.
Mike Vick said this, too, though. Mike Vick said that, you have an opportunity that most guys never get, and you got an opportunity right now that you were given a chance to win a Super Bowl. Like you were no, stop. Like you can see this is what people outside of here like don't get. Like outside of Philly for 1 second, when you're 11-2 and this happens, and you have to win 2 games out of 3 or win 1 and the Vikings lose, you got home field 2 out. You can still bring up that word. You're still allowed to. When you have the best record in the NFC at this late into the season, you're still allowed to bring up that word Super Bowl. Like people are like, oh my God, because Wentz that you can't bring that word up anymore. Well, why can't you? You can still bring it up. If there was one dominant team in the NFC that was clear cut besides what we were, then it would be a different story. But there isn't, so you can. I'm not saying they're going there. You can still bring it up though. It's still fair to bring it up, guys. It's okay to still bring it up, right?
Oh, I got to address this one real quick. So damn clutch. So when we win it all with Foles, how much can we get for trading Wentz? First rounder? You bite your tongue. You bite your tongue right now.
I was saying that the other day or last night. I think I said that. You're watch Foles win the bowl, and then people, the jabrones around here, the morons, start going, oh, is he going to start over Wentz? Because you will anyway, because the ACL. But you're going to start over Wentz? Like maybe we should trade Wentz. Like I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it in my head.
We get a top 5 for Carson.
We should trade him back to the Browns.
And I want everybody.
Did you see? Hold on. Did you see the meme though? The Browns are so smart because they passed on 2 guys that got injured. Well, they got injured because they were playing.
Yeah, I put that photo up. You see that photo we put up on A2 Day? It was great. It was great. They were geniuses. Browns organization. Brian Attar, Tom Ernern's adrenaline should be canned and sold in stores. Love it. Like super concentrated Red Bull. It's only when the light turns on, Bri. You catch me without the light on, I'll probably say 2 words.
Don't worry, I tried.
He didn't say 3 goddamn words from 8 till 8:55, and then the light went on, and this is what we get.
Comes out of the shell. Yeah. So I want everybody to score, predictions, player of the game. Throw it in the chat, throw it in Facebook. Chance to win a little Visa gift card from the family to the family. You know what I mean?
Screenshot it.
Send it to me. Tom Arnone. Find me on the book. And, send me your score if you got it right. Score, player of the game. Closest to it, Visa gift card. Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Hey.
Look at us. Look at us out here for the people.
Clay says, worst quarterbacks in Foles have won rings. My immediate reaction, Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, I mean, granted, probably one of the greatest defenses of all time. But we don't have
all
that.
those teams, though, because Chrome last night made a whole list. All those teams had the best defense in that year.
Dominant.
I mean, because Rex Grossman was another guy that came out.
Even the Bills, when Frank Reich won a game for him.
Yeah.
Right? That defense was
those defense were dominant, and they didn't drop like ours does.
Well, it's a good point, though. And you're talking about the dominant defense there with the, Trent Dilfer. Stay with the Ravens for a minute and kind of fast forward a little bit. Given your choice right now, you going Foles or Flacco?
Foles.
I think I am too.
Foles. Flacco stinks. And listen, Flacco's my guy essentially because I know him and grew up with him, went and played with him, and all that thing. And people say I'm always hard on him, but he's digressed, man. And it's fair to say he's not the guy he was.
No,
he's not the guy he was. I agree with you, but I'll go Flacco.
I think he peaked in that Super Bowl season.
No, I'll go Foles because I think their skill sets really are similar.
They are,
in a
but
lot of ways.
I think Flacco has played the bigger games and can get you through a bigger game.
Both know the offense just as well. Is that what we're saying? No, is that what we're saying? Or both know the offense just as well, or right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that matters.
They're coming in hot here.
We got a lot of score predictions flying in too, which is great.
Yeah.
Love it. Visa gift card.
So damn clutch. Nick Foles and Dynamite, player of the game, 28-9 Birds.
28-9.
Todd Womack just chimed in.
Todd?
He goes, Philly Dilly, guys. All right. Think of Philly Dilly.
Dilly.
What else?
And now we got guys talking amongst themselves in the chat.
Happens.
I love it.
That's what happens.
Love it.
Michael, do you think Nick Foles can make plays to beat Pitt or New England in a Super Bowl, let alone New Orleans, Carolina, or Minnesota? New Orleans, Carolina, Minnesota. Yeah, he can. Against Pittsburgh defense, why not? Flacco did. So against New England's defense, so what? Cutler did. Now in the Super Bowl, probably not. But if you get there, you know what I mean. If we got that far, then obviously he's done enough to beat a lot of good teams.
And they're obviously a little late chiming in because that was the first thing we talked about was the importance of a quarterback specifically when you get to the conference championship and the
listen,
Super Bowl.
We talked about the loss and how important it is. We talked about, at least I talked about it. I know you agree, and you agree. It's really, you can't go next man up at the quarterback position when your quarterback's that good.
Right.
It's tough. Every other position you can do that with. So it's not next man up here. It's, hey, Nick, can you be good enough? Can you just keep the car going? Right? Just don't break down. Put the oil in, sling it around, and just don't let us break down. And I said distribute well. If he distributes the way Carson did and the way this offense is set up to do, which is to get everybody involved, we're going to be okay. And this is why these next 3 weeks are important, because now if you're telling me this happened the last week of the season and Nick's got to take over in your first playoff game, L, all right? But with 3 weeks, they get that game speed back up. It gives you a chance.
Hypothetical.
That's it.
Hypothetical.
And I think that's what people are not understanding is I don't think anybody's crowning nothing around here. I'm just saying after these 3 games of getting your beak wet, the speed of the game, you catch back up to it. Why can't he win a game in the playoffs?
Right,
and especially if he plays well through these 3 games, why would your hope not go up?
Right,
now if he struggles drastically.
Well, that's where I'm
hypothetical.
going right here. Hypothetical, because I don't think it's going to happen at least this week, because I just think the Giants are that bad of a team.
All right.
Eagles lose this week. Now what?
Strap it up and you go again the following week.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen.
You know what I mean, though?
You have no choice.
No, but things are going to change week to week. If they come out and win and at 28 to a 9er and he slings it, then what? So you got both sides of it. But no, you're right.
But I'm saying
you're right.
Like, he slings it against the Giants. That's like me slinging it against the trash can.
Brother, you're still slinging against an NFL team, though. Good, bad, or indifferent. You still got to make – you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My point is a win like that, confidence of the football team continues to rise. But to your point of their loss, Mike's right. You got to restrap and go again. But as a fan base, should we be concerned? Yeah. Then you can start having some worry. But don't jump yet because you got 2 more to go.
Can I actually
you understand?
I want to take this out a step further, though, because I actually do think it's a good question.
It's a great question.
I think this week, if they go up to New York,
it's a negative question, but it's a great one.
It's
me. What do you
want?
I
mean, if they go up to New York this week and they lose, I'm going to then look at how the quarterback played. Because here's the thing. It's a division game. It's on the road. So far, they've run the table in the division. I think all of us sat here before the season and said 4-2, 5-1 in the division.
You had to.
You had to.
So I said 5-1.
At some point,
had to.
At some point, there's an expectation that they're going to drop a division game. I understand they still have Dallas coming up. Where I get more concerned about is if they come home on Christmas night against the Raiders, who can't stop Little Sisters of the Poor and shit the bed that night.
Right.
Then I start to get concerned. They go up to New York this week and they lose. I'm bummed. I'm not jumping off the Walt Whitman. They drop one to the Raiders at home on Christmas night. Now all of a sudden that New Year's Eve day game against the Cowboys, another divisional game, now means something.
With Zeke back.
Now I'm starting to get a little worried.
So, you know what I'll tell you? You know, when nobody else believes and this kind of thing happens, and the outsiders don't believe in this football team, and of course they shouldn't, right? But this is where guys step up. This is where guys use this as motivation in that locker room. That hey, we were all here too. You know, we were all playing football too. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's his normal thought. Like, okay, let's go show everybody that we're still a damn good football team. And I think that's what you're going to get Sunday. I think you can get a hungry football team on Sunday. Because they want to prove a lot of people wrong, regardless if it's a shit team or not.
Let me piggyback on Greg's question with another question. All right, so there is a loss or maybe 2.
You're trying to answer a question with a question.
And I'm not trying to breed negativity here.
Go ahead.
But there's
breed
been
away.
You and your goddamn negativity.
It's Negadelphia. But there's been a lot of chatter online that I've been reading about inviting some of these out-of-work quarterbacks in case, you have a loss or 2, and now all of a sudden that Week 17 game now is for the marbles, right? Where do you guys stand on that? Do you invite any of them in, and who?
What was it again? Sorry.
Like
some quarterbacks to be like a third guy
now
to go to instead of Sudfeld. Is that?
Yeah. Okay. Not now. I would leave it as is now. Like, Sudfeld or whatever. Okay. But moving into the off season, depending on how that injury's coming along, I would definitely look at an RG3-ish at that kind of time if he really wants to play as a third. You know what I mean? He wants to get back in the league. Fine. I'll look at you after the year. I'm not going to look at you right now, though. You know what I mean? Unless I don't have somebody because I look at it as like, and I think Doug will and the whole organization. If Nick goes down, it's really over. So no matter who I bring in.
So Nicky Montana's ride or die.
It's ride or die,
Yeah,
of course. Like Wilson said the other day. Said the other day, stop talking about other quarterbacks because if Nick goes down, it's over. And he's right because you're not going to bring a quarterback in week 15 that's going to pick up a West Coast offense. It takes 5 years to master if they haven't been in it before.
Well, that's just the way it is. There's a couple names though out there that I would at least call.
Okay, so before
after the season or now?
Now.
Okay.
But before you go there, because you're talking on the outside.
Yes.
Okay, so here's where I'm at right now is if I'm Doug and Frank Reich and John DeFilippo, and who knows, they may have done this already. I don't have a source. It's pure speculation on my part. But if you don't want to disrupt team chemistry and you want somebody who knows the offense and you basically are admitting that if Nick goes down, you're screwed. But if you need somebody to finish a game, I'm going in and I'm calling Greg Ward into the office, and I'm going to say, Greg, we understand you've been here all year as a wide receiver. Guess what? You are now taking reps at quarterback. Because if it comes down to it, and we need to activate you for the Dallas game because Nick's going to play 2 or 3 series and he's done, and then we're going to roll Nate out there, but you're going to play in the 3rd and 4th quarter of this Dallas game, and I don't care if it's a matter of you're going to hand the ball off 3 times and then we punt every series. Need you, with the quarterback experience that you have, to be our emergency guy in this situation. And honestly, you look at Greg Ward's numbers in college, you could do a hell of a lot worse.
Sure.
So my first step is internal. I'm telling Greg Ward he's now a quarterback for the rest of the season. After that, go ahead.
Well, what's the issue? I don't know. Michael Ewing said RG3 question mark, and then he said, come on. And I don't know if it's an issue with me saying that, like, okay. I said
I agree with that type of guy after the season.
After the season. That's all I said. Like, okay, he wants to be a third stringer. Okay, then I take we'll take a look at you.
Right now I'm looking at a guy like Aaron Murray type of guy who was in Kansas City, knows that offense.
There's a lot of
now, he's since retired, but it's only been his first year out. But Kromiak brought up a great point, and Michael Vick's still there. And it's the one thing Michael Vick can at least throw the ball. You know, he might not be in the greatest mobility shape anymore, but to be a third guy, to be a guy that, hey, if all else fails, I just need a guy a la Greg Ward just to hand the ball off. I think you could do a lot worse outside than 2 guys that know the offense.
Maybe you fleece Minnesota again and get Teddy touchdown. Just saying.
Well, that's what I'm trying to talk to. I mean, Michael, I'm Tom writing to you in here. And he said he mentioned bring up RG3, and I said, yeah. I said after the year, if the reports are getting back on the knee that he won't be ready week 1 or whatever, and you have Nick and this guy wants to still play football, okay, I'll take a flyer on you.
Sure.
I'm not saying I'm going to bring him in. We're just speculating on what kind of names would be in that conversation.
I think the bottom line
after the year.
Right,
after the year.
But I think the bottom line right now, today, is you don't bring someone in from the outside who has 0 experience in this offense. If you do bring in someone, and I like that name actually, I think you do have to bring in an Aaron Murray, or if he was available, a McGloin. Even though McGloin stunk out to join all preseason.
Zeke said Chase Daniels.
He's
in New Orleans.
No, but I don't know what the deal was. Was it a 2-year? You're talking about after the year.
But he's Breeze's backup right now.
No, but I guess Zeke's talking about after this year. Yeah. He was only signed to a 1-year deal.
Well,
I would assume he's speculating that's the direction he's going on that.
Well, and this is
Lenny Robinson said Daniels wanted to be Breeze jockstrap owner.
Yeah, well.
Bob Harmon said Joe Montana looked good throwing the football with that vase in that Visa commercial. Bring him back. Bring him back.
Hey, Jeff Garcia's out there posting videos.
Yeah. I love it. And I said
Merry Christmas, Philadelphia.
I said in video today, like, I love these guys. They all want to go to these platforms. And Garcia wasn't as atrocious.
Garcia's
as
like
RG3.
47 years old.
Like, the only reason I wouldn't bring back RG3, like, as like a third stringer after the year is because he went on ESPN, promoting that he can still play. Like, stop, dude.
If we're bringing Jeff Garcia, though, bring T.O. with you.
Yeah.
Real quick over here on the gram, NJ Flag.
Graham. What up, NJ Flag?
NJ Flag. Foles can win a playoff game. Mm-hmm. And then Benaboy 77 at NJ Flag. That is debatable, but I like Foles. So I think maybe there's just a little bit of hesitation.
And there should be.
Right.
Rightfully so. But can he win a playoff game? Yes. Can he lose one? Yes. But I think there's a very good chance of him being able to win one at home. A better chance than obviously the road.
Sure.
So this game on Sunday is very important. So the last 2 out of the last 3. You got to win 2 to lock it up, and you control your own destiny. And you're in a good spot.
Let's
go win Sunday.
Before we go to break, a lot of chat in the YouTube about Sidney Jones.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Are our feelings on that still the same? Like, are we just redshirting this kid?
I was.
I still am.
And I think I still am. But what's interesting to me is they're moving him along like he's really recovered really well. And maybe he has because he's younger with this injury. So I still have the same feelings where I don't play him. But listen to me. If everything they're seeing that he's ready to go at some point, and they've medically cleared the whole 9, and he looks good out there, then shit.
Well, I think
then shit.
I think part of that though
that's
is
the way I change my feel.
And I agree. To me, he doesn't play.
No,
but I think part of
agree.
why they ramp him up is at this time of the year, how many practices do you legitimately have? So if you only have 1 full day of practice, 1 light day, then that full day he's got to go. And then, so, it's like, oh, let's ramp him up. Well, that's the only day of the week that he's really going full speed, maybe in pads or in shells to where you can see the full football movement and that type of stuff. So, to me, he still sits, barring an injury. Now, an injury happens, all bets are off.
And that's interesting because where I was going with that when you started talking about the ramp-up is if he has an opportunity to continue practicing through the postseason to get those reps so that he is game ready for next year. And then all of a sudden, let's just say everything rolls right. And they win the NFC Championship game, but they drop 2 corners in that game. You ready for Sidney Jones to make your NFL debut in the Super Bowl? Because I'll tell you what, I am.
Why not?
If he's been practicing right up to that point and they think he's a go, now, do I start him? No, I don't start him. But if I need a guy who has been in every single defensive meeting all year and is ramped up and he's on the active roster, am I signing a guy off the street to play in the Super Bowl before I put a guy who was a first-round talent in there?
And Mike,
absolutely
you're
not.
right. Krome's saying the same thing. I'm saying now. Like at the beginning, no, it wasn't. I wasn't going to play him ever. And I talk about the Achilles, now I feel about it, and how it's a 2-year, right? And I'm not running away from that. But, again, if they feel like he's ready to roll and he can help that defense out, then go ahead. Then if you think, you're not putting him in harm's way with the Achilles again, and that's everything that's been done by the doctor telling you that it's okay,
right?
Then shit, let's go. Yeah, we don't got to restart it.
And TTP Baldwin says,
we're probably good.
No, yeah, we're good. Yeah.
So let's not forget, too, Foles left the field against the Saints round 1 with the lead. We would have advanced if it weren't for the special teams.
No, we would have. We could be talking about the same thing this year with the way the special teams have been playing. So.
And who was the one that returned that kickoff 48 yards? That'd be one Darren Sproles.
Yes, sir. Lenny Robinson. Boom. That was the sound of the Eagles' season exploding with Wentz's ACL. Foles might win 1 playoff game. Here's the hope for next year, keeping it real. And Lenny's a diehard. And then Zeke's not happy about it. And then Lenny says, if Jones doesn't play a regular season snap, he don't see the field in the playoffs. I'm a big fan of Sid. Yeah, and I agree. If he doesn't see a snap in the regular season,
but I think
I don't.
And they have to make that decision because now that he's off,
he's got 3 weeks.
He's got 3 weeks, so you have to make that decision what you're going to do.
I think they're going to slowly implement him in. I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with it, but if they think he's ready, then and he can make plays. Because what are we talking about? We talking about we need a defense to make plays. The more corners you can have that can make plays, and Sidney can help us, shit, I'll take a pick 6.
Do you think there's any chance?
Need whatever we can get, Greg.
Do you think there's any chance at all that because they knew Darby was coming back and because Jalen Mills has stepped up, because Patrick Robinson has stepped up, that they've just kind of been hustling us on Sidney a little bit? That maybe what they're seeing of him in drills and stuff like that is enough for them to go, holy shit, like we got something here. But we're just going to sit on this as long as we need to
and get him healthy.
I don't think they're hustling us at all. I think they flat out when they drafted him in the second round, we're like, this is a top 10 guy.
Yeah.
And we stole him.
No, but I just mean for this year.
No.
I think
maybe they are playing the cards close to the chest.
I just think that every week that goes by that their secondary is getting it done, they feel like it's another week of him getting healthy.
Right.
Another week of the kid, another week.
Yeah.
And they can slowly bring him along. Then before, it's a great question, though, Michael DeAndre. Do you see the Eagles running the ball more? Well, I see them doing exactly what they've been doing. You know why? Because they're the most balanced team in football. And that's factual by the numbers. So, Mike, I see them doing exactly what they've been doing. I don't think anything changed. They're a balanced football team. I don't think all of a sudden they're going to run the ball 20 more times than they throw it.
I'd like them to.
Okay, 1970 Miami Dolphins. All right, okay. We live Back to the Future with Greg Mwakovic, and everyone wants to hop in a time machine. I mean, come on. Grow up, Peter Pan.
But
they're the most balanced team in football.
But that left side of the offensive line has been a turnstile pass blocking the last 3 games.
I understand that, but when you're the most balanced team in football, you don't need to change anything.
Well, yeah, when you lose your MVP quarterback, you do.
Not when you're balanced.
He asked, do you run the ball more? Yes, because I want my guys to run block. I want my offensive line to push off the line instead of drop back and get their ass beat.
Okay, yeah, that's balance. That doesn't mean it means you do it evenly. That's what they've been doing all year, Greg.
Okay.
That's what you're missing the point on.
Well, here's what I do think changes.
You just don't like the balance word because you don't like Doug and you don't want to believe that he's balanced. It's all full circle with you. Go ahead, Michael. Sorry.
What I do think is going to change is I think you're going to see the distribution of carries change. I think you can see Jay Ajayi getting the ball 20 times.
Yes. Greg agreed?
Oh, agreed.
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
Because it's fantasy championship season, so it better. He got them better.
Look, don't even talk to me about that. I got hosed in the worst possible way.
I lost
on
by
Sunday.
a point.
Ismail Rodriguez
Less than a point.
feel like Blunt will have a good game Sunday, better than the last few games. But guess what? Look how it does. He gets in the end zone. That's what he signed him to. That's what he gave him money to do, was to get in the end zone. And he does that. Another thing with LeGarrette is we knew the feet weren't going to be as great because of how many carries he had last year. So he's in the perfect spot with getting to Jay Ajayi where he doesn't have to be your focal guy.
Well,
and I said it last night with Chrome and Greg and Charles that what's harder to game plan for, one back or three?
Well, I think what you're going to see now is you're going to see, at least in my opinion, I think you're going to see Ajayi take on the role of the 15 to 18 to 20 carry guy. I think Corey Clement's going to be their third down pass catching back.
Yep.
And LeGarrette Blount's going to be their short yardage guy.
Exactly.
And that's probably how it should be.
And that's how it's going to work out. Chris Rico, Trey Burton has really shined in the absence of Zach Ertz. I'd like to see him become and then that stop. But yes, he has. He has shined.
I'm sorry. Who sat here last week and said that Trey Burton could start on half the teams in the NFL?
Well, I mean,
and if he played, he was probably going to have a big game. That was this guy.
That guy.
They went you know what, though? They went away from the tight ends real early in that game. They hit him early, and then they disappeared.
Well, it opens it up to the outside a little bit.
But to that point, though, I don't think he shined in – I mean, he has shined in his absence. He's pretty much shined all year when given the chance.
Oh, yeah.
Even with Ertz
can make
there.
plays.
I mean, not that he's not right, but he's made plays
it's not
all
really
year.
A drop-off.
And
it wasn't this weekend.
You almost have to think Selleck's probably on his way out.
And he made a play or two.
But I'm saying you have to pay Trey to stay here.
Yeah. Well, and here's one thing I will say about this whole situation with Foles, and you bring up Selleck. Selleck was one of his favorite targets when he was here the first time.
I don't want to hear that as an Ertz owner.
No, I understand this, but what I'm saying to you is it wouldn't surprise me if for no other reason than to call it increase Nick's comfort level. If you see them go with a bunch of 2 and 3 tight end sets where you can line Selleck up on that left side of the line to help out the blocking on the turnstile while you have Burton and Selleck in the pattern. Because here's the thing. If you come out 3 tight ends and you're selling run and you go play action on that, even if you keep Selleck in the block, Burton and Ertz are mismatch nightmares for linebackers. Sure.
No, they are.
So there's now a lot of different ways that you can spin this thing.
No, they're going to pound the football
to make Nick a little more comfortable.
Oh yeah, of course. What else have we got on here? Michael Barry. Okay, guys, got to go. Talk to you later. Thanks, Mike, for joining us.
We're going to go in a minute too, but we'll come back.
Doug Zeke, like the pack rushing back Rodgers. He might not even finish the season. Vikings and Panthers going to discount, double check his freaking ass.
40-plus sacks on the season.
Michael DeAndre, if they run the ball more, it will take pressure off Foles, of course. But balance, take pressure off them too because you're not one-dimensional. Michael Wesley Chromiak. I'd love to see a dual tight end attack like New England, and I think you're going to get that more and more because when guys go out and play well, it's hard to keep guys off the field.
Yep.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Michael DeAndrews, so was Cooper want to bring him back? I don't know what he's asking.
Do we want to bring Riley Cooper back?
No, no.
Riley Cooper officially retired 3 weeks ago, literally.
Yeah, no.
He submitted papers to the NFL like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and he just got cleared. Like, you're good.
Yeah.
You're right out. James McDonald have to run the ball enough just to keep it
Keep him honest.
2nd and 7,
Okay.
3rd and 5. Got to keep Foles in good situations. I don't care about balance. Good situations. Keep Foles away from 3rd and 10. No, of course. But guess what? You can keep him away from 3rd and 10s by short passes, which is the West Coast offense, on 1st or 2nd down. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's what creates balance, is that you aren't one-dimensional where now everybody can write in like, we got to run the ball first, 2nd down. So everybody thinks you're going to run the ball 1st, 2nd down. So, you know what I mean? You change it up. So sometimes you do run the ball on 1st down. Other times you pass the ball on 1st down. But regardless, you're spot on, Jay, because you want to get them in good situations.
Sure.
So at the end result, we all agree, it's just we feel a little different on how we get there.
This is actually a really good comment. Chev93. What's up, guys? When we played the Saints in the playoffs with Foles, Deshaun couldn't get open until their starting cornerback went out. Our defense is way better than that D. Agreed.
We have Randall Cunningham. What up, Randall? Do you guys look at these next 3 games as practice games for Nick Foles? Yes. To a point,
no,
yes.
Practice games? No, they're real games.
No, they're real games.
You're still playing for seeding.
No. I think what he means is like just, to see how he fits, I guess. I mean, or see how he does in a way.
It's good that he's
It means a lot, yes.
Yeah, it's good that he's got 3 regular season games left before the playoffs to get reacquainted with the offense and develop some chemistry with his receivers. But practice games? Nah, you got to take it way more serious than that.
And Randall, if that ACL is feeling well yourself, we'd love to have you back.
Well, that's another name I'd sign right now.
And Michael DeAndrews says Foles has more weapons than he ever has. He is pretty accurate also. Yes, he is. And he can throw the freaking deep ball.
John Hargett, bring back Vince Young. LOL.
Dream team. John Garcia.
Can we bring back Namdi while we're at it?
Wants to know what would Eagles do with running backs next year. I'm not even there. Every year we talk about next year. I'm not ready to talk about next year right this second. But you're going to see Ajayi, and you're going to see Clement, and you're going to see probably Sproles.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think that's it right there. It's Ajayi, Clement, and Sproles. LeGarrett's probably gone.
Yeah.
He's on a 1-year deal. So
yeah, most likely. He's most likely gone, or maybe he stays for a discounted rate. You never know.
Yeah.
But I see.
I'll tell you what, if they get a ring, he probably retires.
Knowing him, he probably wants a little more coin in the pocket, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he might knock some guys out after post-game handshakes again.
Well, post-game handshakes.
Yeah, remember Boise State?
Yeah. Dominic DeLisi, take advantage of our elite running backs and take some pressure off of Nick. Chris Rico, and Bob Hartman. Bob Hartman was talking about Matt Collins sighting last week, too, and you got some more Torrey Smith sightings. So, guys stepping up a little bit, no question. And Michael DeAndrews, what area would you target in the draft? Left tackle?
Yep.
And Chris Rico, all right, so what about Torrey Smith? He's had some flashes, but for the most part, he's been MIA. Do you re-sign him or look for another deep threat? Nah, I mean.
Well, I think he's already signed.
He's already signed. So,
Yeah.
so you take the cap hit or do you let him walk? Now.
I don't think you mess with that.
not-
It's another year.
I'm not there yet. I probably just keep him. He's done.
I mean, you
he's
get anybody better?
He's caught the ball. You know what I mean?
He caught the ball the
he
last
hasn't
game.
been terrible. Yeah, he hasn't been terrible, I don't think. He's been MIA sometimes.
Sure.
But you got a lot
TTP
of weapons.
Baldwin takes an entirely different approach, and it made me smile when I read it. He says, I say we let Nick air it out 40 to 50 times or 40 to 50 yards a couple of times.
Why not?
I thought he was saying 40 to 50 times.
No, why not? You can throw
I was on
40.
board
Go
with that.
for it. Yeah, go for it.
Go 40. Go ahead.
for
Throw
it.
Hold on.
40.
Teams will be expecting a more conservative approach without Carson.
But what's more conservative?
We
when we're
could
balanced
easily
already.
catch secondaries off guard.
No, I understand that, but when we're already the most balanced team in football, why would I guess he means because Nick's saying they're going to be more conservative.
Well, I think he means instead of dropping back 40 times, you're dropping back 30 times.
Yeah, all right.
Well, although
It all depends on how many plays you run.
if I'm reading this the other way, I think you got to take the approach that Andy used to take with Donovan a lot of the time, which was he'd come out first play of the game, they'd fake a handoff to Westbrook.
Don't do that. We're not even talking about that. Don't you do that yet.
Whoa.
Don't you do that to me right now.
You don't know what I'm even going to say.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
No, you
play
don't.
action, first play of the game, and take a shot. Was that where you're going to go? Because that was going to be part of my prediction for the game. That's why I was trying to stop you. I know exactly where you go. All right? When you get a couple smart guys sitting on the couch.
But it was Pinkston. It's Pinkston. I mean, come on.
Torn
I got to get a pass on that.
But no, you're right. I take a shot, play one of the game.
Yeah.
I go play action and just get the cobwebs out, Daddy. Take it long, let it rip. You're not going to do that in the Rams game because of the situation you're in.
And Landon Collins picks him off.
Yeah. Is Landon playing, though? Because he got hurt last
Did he?
Yeah, I didn't know.
They're all banged up.
All right. Dominic DeLisi wanted to know our opinions on Jones for Sunday's game. He's not going to play this Sunday. I doubt it.
Who, Jones?
Yeah.
No.
So we talked about it like 5 minutes beforehand. You know, we all believe that he should have just stayed out the season, but if they believe that he's really ready to go, we got zero issue with him seeing him on the field.
Yeah.
We'd be crazy not to. Like Greg said, top 10 talent. Fell out in the second round because of the Achilles. He's ready to go. We need as much talent as we can get now.
Why don't we hit a break and come back and do the predictions, keep up the Eagles talk a little bit, and then we'll switch it up.
And we'll switch it up. Bob Hartman, he may be referring to the first couple series instead of slowing, working Foles in. You show confidence right away. Damn you guys. And then Zeke says you all are officially married, Tom and Mike.
We're almost at the 3rd-year anniversary, buddy.
Michael DeAndre says, I'm excited to see how Foles does this weekend. I was talking to my buddy Jay earlier today. He's called me like every day now. Stixy. All right, best man at my wedding. And always, we're always on the different side. He's like, I believe in this guy, man. I'm excited to watch him play. Like he might be more jacked up than he was with Wentz. I said, what's wrong with you? But I'm buying into his excitement.
It's the backup. It's the
what's wrong
backup
with
quarterback.
I said,
Mike McMahon, Jeff Garcia.
Yeah, I said,
What
bro,
did he
you
say?
act like you're watching the number 1 pick overall play on Sunday.
Dude, the backup quarterback's always the most popular guy in town.
Yeah, but he wasn't in this town. That's the problem. Ismael Rodriguez, Foles overthrow a few times where our wide receivers were ahead of the day. Did he? You talking about back in the day, or he didn't do it Sunday? Well, whatever. He said, and then he said good sign. So I guess I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you're getting at. Just tell me what you're getting at. It's hard to sometimes read what people are getting at. But we're gonna take a break.
Hold on, before you go to break. J-Hot 24/7. I would suck a fart from a trucker's hairy ass to have a Wentz back.
Suck a fart. I'll do a lot more than that, man. Catch me in a dark alley.
Go to break.
Z. Alex Helms.
On that note,
Z. Alex Helms just tuned in, but what's your opinion on Stephen A's comments on grabbing Cap as a backup for Nick?
We'll hit it when we get back.
Alex the
Stay with us.
Flavis. Will the Eagles give a Jolly more carries? Guys, we're coming right back.
Yeah,
We'll answer
stay
both
with
your
us.
questions. Soon we come back, we'll give our predictions for this Sunday's game, player of the game, and we'll continue our Eagles talk. We'll dive into some Phillies winter meetings and some Sixers big win in Minnesota last night, and Folks. We got to talk some Folks as well. All this, much more. Other side, Tom.
Mike.
AM.
In the PM.
A2DRadio.com. This segment was brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant. Make
Make
them
'em
yours. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, is brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, certified public accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Mike from Tom and Mike AM in the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer, LLC, Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's www.gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located at 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
Tom Arnone, Big Mikey Smalls, Tom, Mike, AM, in the PM, only on A2DRadio.com.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer, LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer, LLC, Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, is brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Mike from Tom and Mike AM in the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer, LLC, Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's www.gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
You're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, on A2DRadio.com.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer, LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer, LLC, Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, is brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, certified public accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Mike from Tom and Mike AM in the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer, LLC, certified public accountants. 215-369-3300. Or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's www.gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
You're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, here on A2DRadio.com.
Well, hello again, everyone. This is Bob Mannery, and you're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, only on A2D Radio. Tom and Mike, these guys are fucking awesome. But their side piece, Greg, that guy is a goddamn problem.
You would like that. You would. You would. You would. You would.
All Padres fans do.
Welcome back, Tom.
Mike,
AM.
in the PM.
HDRadio.com, live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios. BMW of Atlantic City, right off exit 17 in the Parkway. Find them online, BMW of AtlanticCity.com. Every Wednesday night, we're brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make them yours. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arno, Michael Mataraki, Greg Mwakovic, Rob Povey on the ones and twos. You just joined us. Our poll question brought to you by Santana Sports. You know where to find them. It's ScantanaSports.com. They got to keep putting the .coms in. With Nick Foles under center, how far can the Eagles advance in the playoffs? Divisional round, conference championship, Super Bowl. Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. Listen, we're doing everything, man. We talked about Wentz. We talked about Doug. We talked about the running game. We talked about everything and anything, and we'll still answer your questions, anything you want to shoot at us. Later on, we'll get into a little Phillies, a little Sixers, a little 10-9-8, big win in Minnesota. Got to mention that one again, baby.
Yeah.
It's a big one. But continue with our Eagles. We'll get into a little prediction time, a little Eagles G-Men in the shithole that is the Meadowlands. They can rename this. They can build a brand new park all they want. We know what's under the ground there.
I was just there.
And it could be Hoffa.
Very, very drunk.
Could be Jimmy.
I'll tell you what, though. Press dining area, it's high quality
Is
shit
it?
right there.
I'm sure. I wouldn't expect anything less. It is New York. Bob Hartman said side piece Greg, and he loves that.
Oh,
he loves
yeah. Side piece.
He's dying. Side
I
piece
love
Greg. Suggestion from
I
the Zeke man. And you wouldn't expect anything less from Uncle Zeke. Show some hotties on the screen during break. Get on that, Pope.
Show some hotties on the screen during break.
That's what he wants. He wants to jerk to the break, to come back, and I guess to be relaxed when he's talking back to us. I don't know.
Maybe I'll get some of the ladies from the Playhouse to come and dance for just Zeke.
Yeah, like I don't know what he wants. Is he really going to jerk it during the break? Are we letting one fly are we flying during breaks? I'm a righty, so let me get to my good hand here.
So wait. So he would rather we forego our sponsors and not show their stuff.
Yes. Well, we don't show it on Facebook. We show it on the site.
Oh, all right.
You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
But
Well,
whatever.
Well, I'm looking at the YouTube. You know.
Yeah, I know where you're looking.
I see sponsors.
I know where you're looking. But he's looking right at the brand, Daddy. Jerk it to A2D, Zeke. Because we are the best in the goddamn business. And that's why you're listening, babe. And you're all over the place, too. I see you. I see it.
We all see you, Zeke.
Okay? We see you.
I called him out earlier.
You got this. Shut him down.
He's cheating on us with about 30 other shows.
Yeah, shut him down. Let him know. Chrome, MLB Hot Stove. What are your thoughts so far? We're going to get into
We're gonna get into that,
We're going to
yeah.
get into it in a little bit. We want to go over predictions for the game. Mike, score, player of the game, offense, defense, and why. And we want yours as well. Chance to win a Visa gift card on the house. Happy holidays. And we do it every week. But nobody ever sends me their scores. So nobody ever wins.
27-17 Birds, player of the game, Jay Ajayi, 102 touchdowns.
102 touchdowns?
102 touchdowns.
I would love that from a fantasy standpoint.
And 27 points.
27-17, Jay Ajayi, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns.
100 yards, 2 TDs. Defensive player of the game?
It's got to be 91.
91. It's got to be the big money guy up front.
He's going to get reacquainted with Eli. Because, they have they got a thing.
They got a thing. It's not inbox in your DM saying I just want to leave it in
Was
for a
that his
baby.
wife?
Right? Greg? Score. Player of the game.
2017. I think it's just.
Don't you do it.
No.
Don't you do it.
No. Dude, me and you could go beat the Giants at quarterback. But I think it is going to be a tight. I think it's going to be a tight NFC East showdown.
Fair enough.
As I threw out that hypothetical and you kind of tagged, we're due to either have a hiccup and I'm not saying we're losing, but we're due for a rough game. It kind of makes sense with what's just happened.
Right.
2017 Birds. My defensive player of the game is actually going to be Derek Barnett. I see him just wrecking havoc against that Swiss cheese offensive line, and that could be either the Eagles or the Giants.
I like it.
My offensive is going to be, just because he went a I'll go Clement, because I think it's that type of game where it's going to turn into a running affair.
Fair enough. I'm going 28-10 Eagles because I just don't see how the Giants move the football consistently. They don't, and it's a good time to get it back in order and be who we think you can be and go get after Eli, create some turnovers, some easy field position type situations, and I think they're going to put up 28. I think Nick's going to play well. He's not going to be my player of the game, but I do think Nick plays well. I don't think he turns the football over. So I'm going to say he throws 2, and I agree in the backfield situation with you guys, somebody's going to get in for 2 in some fashion, or if it's a pick 6 or something like that. But my offensive player of the game, I'm going to stick with my guy, man. I'm going to stick with number 13. I'm going Nelson. The kids continue to mentally leap and put the doubters to bed and become a complete wide receiver in this league.
Yeah.
And he did it over a year span, which is amazing when this guy was getting run out of town last year. And I sat here and begged for people to relax because if you watch any tape on him, he'll beat anybody one-on-one because his route running's filthy.
It's funny.
It's filthy.
It's funny. I was having a conversation with somebody, and it splits my mind who it was. And he goes, Nelson has played this year like a number 1. You almost shouldn't have had to re-sign Jeffrey because Nelson has been so good. Now, granted, Nelson plays more out of the slot. If you put him to the outside, he's probably not as effective. And Jeffrey does allow Nelson to do a lot. But that's, to your point, though, that's how far Nelson has come this year with his play and his consistency to where, one of your biggest offseason target and your biggest now free agent signing that you extended is just like, oh, yeah, we don't even need him anymore now because of Nelson.
Well, let me piggyback off of that for a second, though, because you bring up a great point. If you go back early in the season and you look at the end of that Giants game when Carson had to get them into position for that 61-yard bomb of a field goal, you look at who did he go to? He went Alshon, we don't have time for anything else. Let's kick this field goal. And now here we are this late in the season, and you basically need a first down to put this game away. And who's getting that target? It's Nelson.
Yeah.
And it shows the coaching staff how they feel about him. He's the earliest guy in there with Wentz in that facility. He's worked his tail off, and what happens, and this goes to any kid out there, whatever, man. You work your tail off in something, and you overwork everybody else. And it's a Larry Bird thing. First guy in the gym, last guy to leave the gym, and you really implement that and be about that and live about that, things are going to get better for you, especially if you have the talent. Okay, it's going to take you from being a good football player to a really good football player, and he'll do it overnight like it has for him. And listen, I said to it, nickel guys, he's a matchup nightmare.
Yep.
He'll beat any slot corner in this league one-on-one. So you got to worry about him. And even him on the outside, he'll beat a lot of 1-2s because his route running is crisp and smooth.
Sure.
And the West Coast offense, that's what it's all about. And remember, this is year 2 into the West Coast offense. Year 1 for wideouts is tough. So Alshon, too, consider that.
Right.
Year 1 in this offense.
Well,
it's a learning curve.
It's funny because
that's why he's gotten better as time has gone on in the season.
Oh, it's funny because what I was just going to say to you was just take this year and shut it off for a minute. Think about next year. Let's say the kid comes back healthy, and then you've got Alshon, year 2 in the offense, Torrey, year 2 in the offense, Nelson, Mac Hollins, year 2 in the offense. You got the kid from Texas, Marcus Johnson, who can't even get on the field right now, second year in the offense. Still have Ertz. Hopefully, if Selleck walks, you re-sign Burton. This team could be scary. Absolute downright scary.
Yeah, it already is.
Offensively next year.
It already is. Because, Doug talks about it. For a quarterback, it's 5 years to learn the offense. So cut it in half for anybody else then, right? And that's how you got to look at it. Cut it in half for anybody else. So, Ajayi, new to the offense. Okay? But regardless, a lot of tendencies are the same in different offenses. But it's just learning. It's the learning curve of it, which is why I'm comfortable with Nick. Not like as I am with Carson, but comfortable with him because it's a guy who really knows it. And that's important for everybody around him when you have your quarterback that knows it better than you. And that's important.
Oh,
and
no,
he knows
you-
it better than everybody that's out there,
absolutely
just like Carson at this point of his career knew it better. Why? Because he was the first guy in to learn it better than everybody else. Now,
But if you look ahead to the draft, though, so you go into the draft, if you go left tackle, linebacker, after that, the rest of your draft is wide open because at that point, you're not drafting for need anymore.
at this point,
if you
this
get
team, you're not-
And that's probably the extent of our picks, though,
yeah,
too.
but and that's fine.
that's
you're
completely fine.
Freaking spot on.
Well, Spielman has the Giants beating us, boys. He said,
Well, I would
Foles-
expect nothing else.
Foles throws 2 pick six, and Eagles fans, the sky is falling.
Here's the problem, though. The Giants don't have anybody that could actually catch it and run it
and
back.
pick it off the go, yeah. Bob Hartman, I think I went 28-13 or 27-13 earlier in the show. Malcolm is player of the game. Had a bad couple weeks, almost won a go. Brandon Graham for player of the game. And you know why, Bob? Because Jim Schwartz is a jackass, and he continues to bring him up into the slot. Stop it, Jimmy. He's a Pro Bowl safety, not a Pro Bowl fucking nickel corner. Wake up. Wake up.
F-bombs. They're coming. Here it is.
They come when
you get mad.
When guys on a couch at home watching the game can say, Jim, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
I still think
He's a Pro Bowl safety. You're going to hurt 2 positions for one. For what? You have 100 corners.
I still think we have to do a show live during an Eagles game.
And that's fine. A little reaction. Because Corey Graham, stop it on the fucking football field. Because why? No reason he needs to play safety. The reason he couldn't play safety in Baltimore. Get him off the freaking field.
All right, I got a few here.
Yeah, me too. So go ahead.
Khalid,
Gotta get that out.
Khalid Eagles 24-3. Ooh, big one there.
I like yours.
John DeCasanova 27-9 Eagles. The visa is mine.
Who's your player of the game, bro?
Yeah, you guys got to give us player of the game.
Come on.
Ange Washington. Eagles win 2 out of 3. This is a rival game. They win 33-17.
Let's go.
TTP ball, and based on my bold prediction earlier, I'm going Aguilar. Hey, TTB, repost your score, please, and thank you.
TTP
Maybe
thinks
he
like
did it in the other show. I don't know.
Thinks like the kid. TTP thinks like the kid thinks. I like it. Michael DeAndre, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it the third time Pederson and Foles have worked together?
Correct.
It is correct.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
3.
Peterson was his quarterback's coach when he was here as a rookie.
As a rookie, yep.
He also had him last year as the offensive coordinator in Kansas City.
And let's be real. They know each other so well. Nicky Foles was probably the wingman to Doug getting the secretary.
No question.
And it was like, Doug, if you bring me to Philly, overpay me to be the backup, I can make this happen for you with my little baby face. I've never questioned the bond that those two have. You just don't know how far that bond really went.
No, you don't. But listen.
We're not talking like Brokeback Mountain shit.
Sean Spielman.
Hey,
Sean Spielman.
he's getting $4 million.
Cowboy hats. Anyway.
I'm sorry, what did Spielman say?
Oh, no. I remember Eli, 210 consecutive games, started as an NFL QB. Only way his streak stopped was a Walmart greeter, not an A. He's great.
He's not wrong.
Doug Zeke, like the Red Bull shaking up and opening, exploding with F-bombs. Yeah, and it's something you got to sometimes make a point, and maybe Jim's listening or somebody Jim knows listens, and it gets back to him that 3 guys on the couch are freaking smarter than you, brother, but you get a free pass in this goddamn city for what? For what? Because that's an obvious defensive coordinator not seeing something that's so obvious. I know I use 2 obviouses because that's how obvious it is.
Well, you know what the problem is, honestly, is too many of their scores have been lopsided. So it's all of a sudden
now you get cute.
You lose it. Well, it's not even that. It's just
cuteness.
It masks the cuteness.
Right. No, because he wasn't doing this earlier
on.
Well,
but then if he's doing it against a team like Denver and they're winning 51-20, nobody says anything.
Yeah.
But when you do it in Seattle and they lose,
you're playing good teams.
Yeah, you do it in Seattle and you lose, and then you do it in Los Angeles and you just squeak by, then all of a sudden people are going to start calling you on the carpet.
Yeah.
As well you should.
Yeah.
Todd Womack, 35-0 Eagles. The best way to show the defense show up is for the defense to step up and get a shutout.
Against a bad offense, though. I mean, I don't know if that's stepping up. A shutout would be fine, but
still stepping up.
John DeCasanova says, my player of the game is Ajay. Defense, Rodney McLeod.
All right. Little Rod pick 6, maybe.
Oh, TTP Ballin says, I can't even make a prediction for this game. To be honest, I have no idea what to expect. We're going to win, but close, blowout, shutout, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Nick's going to throw the ball well on Sunday. I don't think you have to worry about him throwing the football well.
Phil for Pedro.
I just think he throws the ball well. I mean, he does. I know he can throw the football around the yard. It's not a guy who's your typical backup, like we talked about earlier, who can get exposed for different things. Either he can't throw the deep ball well, okay, so you can come up and press a little bit more, all right? Or he can't throw one hash to the other, right? That out. That's so important that you need, that the big-time QBs or just starters in this league can make. That big out throw Nick can make. A lot of backups can't. Some backups can't do that. So all the things – listen, he has all the physical traits that as a starter.
But why isn't he a starter?
I don't know.
Like in the state of the NFL, why is nobody giving him a shot?
Because teams fall in love with guys, and that's how it goes. Teams draft guys for different reasons, and a guy becomes
like he went to St. Louis, and I understand Jeff Fisher,
but it doesn't work.
Case
teams
Keenum
get scared.
beat him out.
But teams get scared.
He went to Kansas City, still a backup. If he's got all,
but he went to Kansas City knowing he was going to be a backup.
But
he came here wanting to be around Carson, wanting to be with Doug. You know what I mean? Wanting to be around this offense that he likes.
So he's a normal backup quarterback.
Yeah, but he has traits more of a starter because he started a lot of games in this league for a reason. Okay. He does have starter traits in terms of arm strength, in terms of throwing every ball that you want to throw in that route tree.
But you look at the Jets, though. You look at like the Jets, who have no quarterback. How come they've never knocked on the door?
Well, maybe they have, and he wouldn't want to go to that situation.
Again, maybe because he's been in that situation. He's like, I'd rather go to a good situation, a team that I believe can win, and if I'm called upon, I can produce in an offense that I love and I'm comfortable with. It's a sound business decision to keep your career going.
Okay.
Because if you do play, you can be successful quicker than if you had to get thrown into a situation.
I mean, I'm not hating the guy. I'd collect $4 million to sit the bench too. But
that's my point. When you pay a guy,
I'd rather play.
When you pay a guy that kind of money, you're gonna sit. You know what I mean? You'll come sit the bench.
Well,
okay. But my point is, he can make every throw in the route tree, Greg, and that's not really argumentative. That side of it. Now we're gonna see how it all plays out, but he has starter traits. Is he Carson? Hell no. But can he produce? Can he throw for 300 yards in this league? Can he throw for 3 touchdowns and no picks? Hell yeah, he can. That's all.
Real quick.
That's all.
Real quick. Just
that's not a crown.
To toss it out there, Sunday. Forecast for New York, partly cloudy, 41 degrees.
Oh, beautiful.
Here's the big one. Wind, 4 miles an hour.
Oh, Sling City. And even if it was windy, you can sling it.
Yeah, but that's always the thing when you go to MetLife is what's the wind doing?
Right.
Well, Sunday there should be no wind. So
there's always a low wind in MetLife.
There should be no elements to blame. There should be good conditions. So, it's not like he's getting his first start.
Yeah.
And he's playing in a freaking nor'easter or something like that.
How well does he know the offense? Did he come in and make a big throw?
I mean, I get
so
that.
My point is that he can – I don't want to keep harping on him, but in this game, in a situation like this, I believe he can play really well.
What's the Giants?
But my point
you and Mike can play really well against the Giants.
No, but we can't. But what's going to happen is
I believe in myself.
But my point is, if he comes out and plays really well, Greg, okay, it builds the confidence that they can believe still, and that's half the battle of a good football team is believing and stay believing, right? And now you believe more in the coach that you can get done with it back, right? It all just builds.
It's the Giants.
It doesn't matter. It's an NFL win, bro.
Okay,
come on. Knock that shit the hell off. When we're talking about our backup going into
I gave him a win. What do you want me to do?
But it's a divisional rival.
You want to be me and tell them they're lose?
I can't.
I just have to laugh because I just got a notification that we have a new follower on the Tom and Mike AM in the PM fan page.
That's cute. Is it Randall?
It's actually Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock?
But it's not The Rock.
Damn it.
It's Dwayne Johnson.
Spelled differently?
Yes. I saw that and I was like, Dwayne Johnson. And I'm like, hey.
You want another laugh?
Go ahead.
Spielman. Foles will get hit more than a Kardashian vagina in an NBA locker room. You can't.
Not possible.
Oh, it's possible with our left side of the line. But anyway.
Yes. Yes.
Can you finish it?
Yep, of course. You can't cover up Peter's injury anymore. Wentz made it look better than it is Foles. Again, Foles. And that's true. And Zeke said Schwartz should have kicked Harbaugh's ass back in Detroit soft. And Bob Hart at Meadowlands is going to be another Birds fan takeover. Yes, it will. They're selling tickets cheap up there. A buddy asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like, dude, I went to my one game this year. I'm good. And I had. You're not going to get me better seats than I had.
You saw Peace.
Yeah, I mean, you see Peace. My night's over, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got wet, Daddy. I was like that Kardashian vagina in the NBA locker room.
That Toyota Club was nice, though. It's worth the trip.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, I'm sure it's a beautiful stadium. I just don't go up north. Yeah. Fuck north. I don't go up north. I went to school in north, and that's all I need to taste. All right? People talk about I say stove weird. Like the fuck off, dude. That's exactly how you say stove. Okay?
Ryan Brodo, 24-13 Eagles, player of the game. Corey Clement. Ange Washington, 33-17. Corey Clement.
Nice.
Todd
Todd
Womack, player of the game. Mr. Steal Your Girl, Fletcher Cox.
Yep. Highest paid player. Act like it, Daddy.
TTP ball in Sling City.
I love it. Me and
He
TTP.
heard the forecast.
Me and TTP are on the same page.
Here you go. So J-Hot 24/7 says it's fucking blizzy right here by the ocean, coming down hard.
Where you at?
That's what I said. I'm like, where are you at?
We're not trying to come over for hot chocolate. We just want to know where you're at.
He goes, Margate, bro, and then he says, wait, this shit is from Atlantic City, right? No, Atlantic City's our sponsor. We up near Philly, dog.
Yeah, we're not in there. We're not in there. We're not like sitting in the brand new whatever freaking car they've got. I don't even know. But we're not in the.
We are in Jersey though.
We're not in the facility. It's just the studio's name.
Yeah.
But if you're looking to advertise for that name, give us a call.
BMW Atlantic City. Check them out right off exit. What is it? Exit 13 of the Parkway. 17. My bad.
Nah, it's fine. I just naturally say it right. I have no idea what it is. Like if you caught me off guard and asked me, I'd be like, But you turn the light on, I'll say it right. It's weird. Creature by habit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What else you got over on the tube? Anything?
No, let's move on.
Zeke wrote Chloe. Zeke's a Chloe. All right. We'll stay with Eagles if you want to chime in and chat with Birds, but we gave you everything, we had tonight, Eagles, 2 hours of it. And, I'll be back Sunday with the boys pregame with Sweeps and Wells, probably 10 a.m. and Uncle Pove over there.
Call it 10:30 with Wells.
10:30. You never know.
Yeah.
So we'll be back, pregame and giving you more breakdown prior to the game. But Zach Ertz back at practice as well, which is huge. We needed some good news here, and we got two with Sid and Ertz.
There was a comment before we went to break on Cap.
Yeah.
Do we want to hit on that real fast?
Do we? I avoid it. But he doesn't deserve a job.
Well, just put a blanket over it. Just go do it all. Do Cap, RG3, the whole thing.
Well, I mean, I don't think Cap's coming back because of the lawsuit. First of all, he would have to drop his lawsuit.
He claims that if an NFL team wanted to sign him, he'd drop the lawsuit.
Okay.
Bullshit.
But a guy like that, a guy like RG3, they have tools. And it's like you talk about Nick. He's got tools. I have no problem bringing any one of them in, but not now. Like you said earlier, it would be in the offseason.
Agreed.
But I think the biggest thing, though, right now is the lawsuit is keeping him from any job right now because he can't then sue the league if he's not playing in the league.
Right.
Of course. No,
there's no collusion if someone signs
it. Someone signs you, so the lawsuit goes away naturally.
Yeah.
It has to be dropped.
So I just
understand he has a skill set.
I just want to miss the comment.
I understand he has a skill set, and do I at this point in time do I have an issue with it? Nah, I mean it is what it is, dude. I mean I think this football team's bigger than it in terms of being able to be a family and not worry about outside as much. So if there's a place to bring them, then in the offseason.
In the offseason, you bring them now, it's still.
But I would still rather have RG3 over him any day and twice on Sunday, because I think if he really is healthy, not that we need, it's all 11, right?
Yeah.
But if he ever called upon, I think he, if he says he's healthy and he feels healthy, well, why not? Because he has a skill set that the whole league's running right now is sort of his skill set in a way. So. Hey, you went to Cleveland. Just like I'm not going to fault you for struggling in Cleveland and getting hurt. Just like I'm not going to fault Foles for going to St. Louis and struggling. It's not fair. You know what I mean? Because both situations were hot garbage. They weren't set up for you to be successful.
Would he also be a guy who'd be willing to take a 1-year deal for pretty low dollars to come in as your number 3 and basically work his way back into the league?
Well, I think that comes back to what he's trying to do as a player. Because you're right, that's what he would be. Because Nick's, he signed at least for at least a couple years, right? So it would he would have to he would have to almost humble himself or say, yeah, I'm ready to get back in the game, Give me a spot to where
I
I'll come in
need
bottom of
reps.
the barrel.
Yeah, I need reps.
I just want to get back in the film room. I want to get back in the meeting room. I want to get back on the sideline, whether I'm in shorts or pads.
Can we be done
in the
with
game.
Can we be done with them now?
No, we're done.
Move the Phils.
I just wanted to touch on the comment.
No, because it's fair. It's fair.
The comment came in, and
we
we
should
left
be
it.
right. You're classier to me.
I am.
No question.
It happens.
Always have been.
That's
But no,
obvious.
the reason I ended it because Bob Hartman segued us right in because he just
go.
He thinks like us. It's so
Let's
sick.
go.
Well,
It's so sick.
Ryan's segueing us too, but go ahead.
Well, Bob says Machado to the Phils. Is anybody not available? Question mark.
Well, Ryan said, guys, what would it take for the Phillies to get Machado?
Are you willing to? What are you over on the YouTube? Are you willing to part ways with Kingery and Sanchez? Yes.
I would try and do it to where I'm only giving up one.
If I got to give up 2 for that kind
But
of player,
if I'm giving up 2, I also have to.
because he brings Harp with him.
Well, I also
He
have to
brings
make
Harp
sure
with him,
that
you
I'm
know.
signing.
You know,
that I'm signing him.
Hold the
follow
phone on
suit.
that one. Hold the phone on that one. Harp may not be getting out of Washington. I saw an interview with Mike Rizzo today and said if he has his way about it, there will be an extension done for Harper before this season is over.
All right.
I thought the Yankees did us a favor when they got Giancarlo, because now that kept Harper out of New York. Because what are you going to sign, another corner outfielder?
No, agreed.
You know,
Yeah, what are you going to sign?
you going to sign another corner outfielder. The more and more I think about the whole Machado thing, is he does himself a disservice
Like that one, Robbie?
accepting a trade. He's going to want to hit the market. So I think to get a trade is going to be very tough. It's just going to come down to Baltimore wanting to get something for him other than that obligatory pick.
Yeah, and listen, they're going to get it from us. So listen, I think that deal gets done. If he wants to play shortstop, I'm great with I'm great with JP playing third.
Yep.
He played a Gold Glove third in his little bit of time because the footwork.
If you're giving up the farm, though,
the footwork translates.
if you're giving up the farm, you have to have that pre-conversation with the contract extension.
Agreed. And
So if
I'm
giving up Sanchez and Kingery,
Yep.
there's a dotted line that there's a 10-year extension for buttloads of money.
Right,
What's
but-
Machado's age?
But the other piece of this, though, 24.
26, 24.
I think he's 24. But the other piece of this, though, is you got to find out first what Baltimore wants, because they may feel that they're still close enough, for lack of a better term, that they want guys that are major league ready.
Sure.
So I
well, Kingery's major league ready.
Somebody asked me this the other day, and basically what they said was, see a jetpack. And I said, I saw this earlier, where I'd start, and this is just me, I'd offer some combination of Franco, Galvis, Hernandez, Cousins, Quinn, and either Sanchez or Kilame, not both.
I don't think that gets it done.
Maybe add Eshelman, maybe add Moniak. I don't, and here, hold on though. I said I don't give up Kingery or Crawford unless Machado agrees to a contract extension as part of the trade.
Yep.
And the other
I don't give up Crawford, period.
The other part of that is I don't think they want a Crawford.
I'd want to play Crawford at third base.
That's what I mean. I don't give up Crawford,
I don't think
period.
they want Crawford because I think they have a shortstop they like.
Oh, that's fine.
But I think they have a young shortstop they like.
Now somebody said in here, can you put Franco in the deal? Like, can we get away with getting?
Well, I think so because he's still under control.
He's under control
3 years
for a while.
that he's under control.
And teams take shots on power.
And he's still young.
They take shots on live arms. You know
There's
what I mean?
a
It's
short
common
porch
sense.
in Camden Yards. He could DH 3 nights out of the week.
That's what I was going to say, is that they could very easily play Chris Davis at first base and have Maikel Franco be their DH, and he could hit 50 home runs in Camden Yards.
Oh, yeah.
He may only bat 265, but he could become a bomber.
Yeah, you give him
and then you go Davis, Franco, Trumbo.
Yeah, and I'm at the point now where I think Maikel Franco may need to change his scenery.
And that's fine. And that's fine too, because he needs to be in the deal because he's not going to play here anymore.
Right.
So you have to figure that out. But listen, I have no issue, and I say it over and over again, with trading prospects for a player under the age of 26 or under that is a flat-out stud.
Sure.
I'll trade you prospects every day and twice on Sunday for that type of player, especially if I can work that contract in. like we're talking about.
Yeah.
If I can get you inked up for 10, and I don't care shit about money because the Phils are loaded with money.
Yeah,
So I don't care how much you pay him, but get him in. If he wants to play shortstop again, great. Because to me, if you want to play short again, it means you're going to come in even better shape.
You're being
to be able to
ready
play
to go,
short.
yeah.
So guess what? I'm inking even more. Maybe I'll give you, and then the bonuses. I add a little extra bonuses in for you.
Yeah.
To be in that kind of shape, to be able to play shortstop, because every year you got to look at it like this. Your shortstop, your chance to play shortstop's on the line year in, year out, because we got a kid over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's going to, we talk about the competition gig. Keeps guys going, man.
But
I'm good with it.
Here's the problem with Major League Baseball, and I'll use the word problem appropriately, is if you get traded in the last year of your contract, the team that you get traded to has 72 hours from the time that the trade is consummated to sign you to an extension, or else you must become a free agent at the end of the year.
Okay.
So he's got to agree in principle before the trade even goes down,
Right.
that he's gonna sign an extension, or else you don't get Kingery.
No. Oh, I think you're right. You do bring that package down because you then still have to pony up the money for him.
Right.
And I still give him fair value.
Of
I still
course.
give him market value for him in the extension.
Yeah.
I hope it comes to.
I'd break the freaking bank for
I
him in
would.
the extension.
I would absolutely.
And another guy, like you could talk about putting Hernandez in that kind of deal that they want to prove in, like, MLB
Another guy
player.
under control, major league.
But I can't give up. I can't put both in a deal. Like, I can't put Kingery and Hernandez
No,
in a
you
deal.
got to keep one.
Because I have to keep one.
Right,
obviously,
yeah,
to
'cause
play
one's
him.
gotta play.
And you know me, like, I would rather, and as much as we love Kingery, I would much rather put Kingery in that deal because I know Caesar can play.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I know what he is.
Right, but
at the MLB level.
But
So-
here's the thing. At that point, you may not even have him to put in the deal. I was doing a little hot stove research today. So I get this from MLB Rumors, which, again, it is a rumor. No less than 21 teams have inquired with the Phillies about Cesar Hernandez at the winter meeting.
Yeah, there's a lot on him.
Wow.
And
all it's doing is driving his value up.
Yeah.
And that's what.
Which is good for us.
And so, because I put.
Is Kingery going to play opening day, though, if
No.
you trade him?
No.
So you had
Oh, wait, no, hold on. If Caesar gets traded, yes, absolutely.
No?
Oh, yeah.
And yes.
No. And I just think, and it has nothing. It's a control thing. You bring him up in May, June, like the Cubs did with Bryant his rookie year, and it's just a control thing. You
don't have to.
But
you're loaded.
it's control. It's not about money. It's not about money. It's about control.
I
And I understand that, and to an extent I don't disagree with you, but I think if they trade Caesar, the reason they would trade him is because they believe this kid is ready to start the season.
And might too, but I still don't think whether he's ready or not. It's just the way baseball goes. He's not coming up till May or June.
I mean, the Phillies
regardless.
did it with Franco a couple of years ago
Yeah.
too. I mean,
but
I think a lot of it depends on how Klentak and Kapler see this, as opposed to the way the old regime did as well.
right.
Yeah.
Kinsler just signed or got traded to the Angels.
Yeah,
That's one team.
And I mentioned that
Another big
it's one less
move.
team. And one of my friends, Frank, said he feels like Klentak is getting overmatched or fleeced. And I said I don't agree with that, because there are so many teams out there interested in Caesar, and it's not like we have to trade him.
No.
Right.
We have to trade him if the deal is right and it works for us.
Of course.
We don't have to trade him right now. He's under control for, I think, 2 or 3 more years. And a lot of what's going to happen is they're probably going to wait for him to sign his arbitration deal before he gets traded, so that team knows what they're getting dollars-wise.
I don't think you could say Klentak is being overmatched until he actually loses a trade.
Sure.
Fair enough.
Now, is he maybe a little more complacent than we want him to be? Yeah, absolutely. But you can't say he's overmatched until he loses a deal.
And I really want to know from up top down, are the handcuffs off? In terms,
I would think so.
No, does he have the keys to the car where he can make the moves he wants to make, spend the money he wants to spend?
I've gotten into a couple conversations about this, and
I'm
they're
just
like,
curious about that.
And I would
It's
hope
been a Phillies issue.
And I would hope so.
It's a valid point.
But they're like, why? The Phillies can't contend in 2018.
Why not?
And that's my thought. Why not? Baseball is such a crazy game that all you need is you trade for Manny Machado, you're in the playoffs. I mean, essentially.
It's possible.
With the lineup that's already
with the
assembled,
lineup that's there.
You know what I mean?
And
you got a real good lineup.
Why not? Can you not contend? Are you going to win a World Series? No. But did any of us legitimately think here that the Eagles could be Super Bowl contenders this year?
No.
I mean, we had them.
Baseball just like the NFL. You know what I mean? It's
It
year
comes
to year.
and
There's so
goes,
much
and
competition. So
Aaron
many good
Nola comes
players.
out and is a legit ace.
And which
some of
we
these
think he can
kids,
be. Yep.
some of these kids pick it up. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like,
if Velasquez, they either decide like, okay, you're a closer now, or he figures out how to go past 5.
Right.
And that's something you really want to see how Capor decides on that one. Because he's so innovative, right? Mr. Innovative in tanging your ball sack. Can you figure this one out for us? Because you want to gain respect from this little sectional, and I know the same guys on the sectional Sunday. From us 6 guys, or no,
5.5.
5, yeah, 5.5.
5.5. You count twice.
If you want to get respect right jump street, then show me that you pick up on this early, because I'm sure he's going to give him this chance to be a starter because he's new in here.
Sure,
fair enough. But once you see what we see and you know the track record, please tell me when you go in here, Gabe, and you start typing big dog, right? Something pops up that gives you a goddamn clue.
Yeah.
To get him into his spot and
you know,
realize that, okay, that's not a spot taken up by a guy that you can't. Now, I know they're going to try to load up on bullpen and smart. You want to do that and be deep there. But, you can't go 5 consistently and get it done in this league.
Let me paint a picture for you guys for a second, though.
But they are a playoff contender with Machado.
Agreed.
Let's just say there is no Machado for the time being, though.
You just broke my heart.
Oh, hold on, though. Bear with me for a minute, because we'll come back to it. It's going to come back around, I promise you. So there's a lot of talk right now that San Diego is really, really interested in Freddie Galvis.
Yeah.
So let's say, for argument's sake, that happens and Galvis is gone. So you now plug Crawford in at shortstop.
Thank you, Freddie.
Okay, so now you're going into the season. And I'll spin this back and I'll say Tommy Joseph is still on this roster, okay? You're going into the season with some combination of Rhys Hoskins, Odubel Herrera, Nick Williams, Aaron Altair, and Roman Quinn in your outfield, with Hoskins and Tommy Joseph splitting time at first, Caesar at second, JP at short, Franco at third, and Jorge Alfaro behind the plate. The amount of offensive potential that lineup has
a ton.
Makes you infinitely better than you were last year.
There's no doubt.
So now let's take Franco out of that lineup, slide JP Crawford over to third base, and plug Manny Machado in at shortstop. Now all you need is a little bit of pitching. And if you go back to 08 and you look at what happened at 08, we were Cole Hamels and a bunch of jabrones.
Yeah, and a bunch of bullpen.
But we had a closer. So
light.
let's say we have Nola and Eichhoff, and we bandage the 3, 4, and 5 spot together.
And Jared's got to have a big comeback here. He's got to bounce back.
And I think you will.
Yeah, junior year.
Velasquez figures out, oh shit, I can make $12 million a year as a lights-out closer.
Yep.
This team is not as far away as people want to think they are.
And
They're
that's
not.
you're
not.
absolutely
and
right.
When you have money, you're even closer.
Yeah.
Because if you have money, you can be in the talks for Machado, because you're not in the talks for Machado as a rental right now,
right?
Unless you have money,
yeah,
right. Because if you have money, then you're inking up for a 10-year deal, and you're locking them in, and now you're a playoff team. You're a contender, especially the way the wild card's set up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And do you win your division? Probably not, because the Nats are loaded.
Sure.
But
do I think they're going to go out?
But could
you?
Could Hoskins hit 40?
Sure.
Right? Could Machado hit 40? No question. Right? Can
you imagine
JP
that,
hit 280? You already know what a Double can do, right? You know what Caesar can do. So you already know. You think you know what Nick Williams is, and his potential is even higher than that.
But could you imagine?
Why not?
Could you imagine a team though where you have Nick Williams batting leadoff?
Well, I was just thinking. I was just trying to think in my head, where's your lineup?
Because
you go Caesar 1.
Well, see, I'm going Williams 1, Caesar 2, Odubel 3, Machado 4, Hoskins 5, Altair 6.
Well, I was going Caesar, Odubel, Williams.
Alfaro hit 7th.
You're putting Williams in the 3 slot. You're putting a Double in the 3 slot.
Yeah, I was going
Either or.
Yeah. Pick your
Caesar
pick your
one, too.
poison.
You put
Caesar
in
1,
yeah.
Adubel 2.
You could go Double
Nicky,
1 too.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're really interchangeable there.
And you're right.
Which
Yeah.
is huge
At that
for
point,
Kapler to have that
Alfaro's
ability.
in the 6 hole.
Because I think you have a
6
lot
or
of
7,
guys.
yeah.
This lineup's really good with Machado too, because you have a lot of guys that can bat in different spots
Yes.
too. They're all comfortable in different areas.
Because you're right. Realistically, you could put Machado in the 2 hole too.
You could.
Because that's the new trend out there too in baseball is
There's more
Get your
bats.
power
get,
hitters more
get
at-bats,
your guys,
right.
your
More
best hitter
at-bats.
in the 2 hole and get them more at bats.
You very well could. Nick Williams, Manny Machado, and then you go like a Double Hoskins.
Yeah.
Altair or whatever. If I'm missing somebody,
I mean,
there.
do I think the Phillies are in on you, Darvish? No, I don't.
Right.
Do I think that they're in on Jake Arrieta? I do. I don't give a shit what Jim Salisbury says. I mean, Salisbury's saying that there's no way the Phillies are in on Jake Arrieta.
Do you want him though?
But here's the thing.
I just worry about the piss test.
And I get it.
Worry about
But
the-
here's why I do. Because
AKA the piss test.
signing him or another quote-unquote top-line guy tells me that they're a lot closer than we think they are.
Yeah, but doing the other one's more important to me. Like and I think you agree with me.
Oh,
on
of
this.
course.
Machado tells me you're really in.
Yeah.
Arietta tells me, yup, you're getting into that thought process of getting in.
And I think
You know
it
what I
comes
mean?
down to the deal you give Arrieta. If you give Arrieta a 3-year deal, you're right. You're like, all right, this is our guy. If you give him a 1 year just to kick the tires on him, then you're still.
Band-Aid.
Oh, I
then you're
don't
still
know.
playing.
I don't know that he even.
And you're right.
accepts
He probably-
the 1
he
year.
probably does.
But here's the thing. I think the thing is that, and I say it all the time with the winter meetings where there's smoke, there's fire. It may be a tiny little fire, even just burning embers, but these things don't come from out of nowhere.
Right.
Now, granted, a lot of it is probably agent speak, and I get that, but that tells me that at least at some point agents have had conversations with certain teams. And from my perspective, I almost think Arrieta is going to be one of these guys that doesn't draw as much interest as he and the agent think he's going to get because people are afraid that they're going to have to overpay for him.
Right.
And then all of a sudden the price tag is going to come down and you're going to see all these teams go in on him. And I firmly believe the Phillies, with all the money that they have to spend, I don't want them to necessarily overpay for him, but you could overpay for him a little bit. to
Yeah,
get him
the
in
deal
the
works. I'm
fold.
all right with
Yeah,
it.
I'm okay with it. It does,
I
Mike's
just-
right.
I do
Mike's
agree.
right, though. It does tell you.
Sure.
You're
and
playing
I do
ball now.
agree. Is the arm going to go? Is he going to, he's always one of those guys that I thought was just one piss test away from, because he was nothing in Baltimore.
Yeah.
He flat out stunk in Baltimore.
Yeah, he credits all the bullshit.
Right.
He's right up Kapler's alley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Fucking innovative.
all
It happens.
all these guys that he completely stunk with in Baltimore are now in our front office, and he may be the fish that got away.
Maybe.
And maybe they want another shot.
Yeah, and if that's the reason, okay. But you know what I mean? That'd be funny to me. That could really be a really big reason into this, like why they're interested in him. That's funny. But yeah, no. But Machado's the fish.
Yeah.
he's the one we need to
The
go
other,
real
the other,
in.
the other big move today was Ozuna to the Cards.
Yeah, it's huge.
That was
Huge.
it was a huge deal.
Well, so Ozuna,
which
listen,
now brings Christian Yelich back to the table, and the Marlins have to essentially go to Christian
and ask him.
Hi, do you still want to be here?
Yeah.
Like, do we want to rebuild around you? Are you cool with this? If not, where do you want to go? We'll find you a spot.
And why not?
Or
right
if they
here in
even
Philly?
ask, because, apparently they didn't even ask John Carlo where he wanted to go.
Well, he's my favorite outfielder out of the three. Anyway.
Oh, I wouldn't. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like it would look
And
like
he's under control for 5 years.
Is it 5? I thought he had 2 more. Oh, no, you're right. You're
He
right.
had the extension.
Because he had the extension. I forgot about that. No, you're absolutely right.
Well, how about this?
So I backed the farm truck up for him.
Oh yeah, no question. I love him. He's my favorite one out of the three of them. And the way I look at it is, what I would think people out there would look at is like, okay, the Phillies got the worst out of the three. That's how like the National would look at it, and really we would get the best out of the three. And I think long term, the best out of the three too.
Yep.
As well. So
Now you're not going to like this, but from a marketing perspective, I actually start my discussions with them with Herrera.
Oh, there's no
that's
doubt.
fine.
Because you're going to send a Latino player to South Florida to where half or more of the population down there
They just gave one away.
is Latino. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if you want to I mean, and you look. We've talked at length about Herrera's contract. His contract was structured to be traded.
Right. The deal at some point. Yep. No question about it.
No doubt.
So you want to jump into 10-9-8s?
Yeah.
Hold on before we go. So we covered Machado. We covered Arrieta. Darvish, no. Any interest at all?
No, why no Darvish?
I just think the price tag is going to be way too
high.
high.
And that's the case. If it's one of those Arrieta things, I'll take Darvish.
Yeah, I mean, I would overpay a little bit for Darvish. I have no issue with that. I mean, I'm going to get myself a horse. I don't care. Would
you pay him $30 million?
Why not? They got tons of dough to spend just to throw around right now. Tons, and even when it paying him 30, you can pay another two guys 30.
I don't think he's a National League pitcher.
Oh, I don't think it matters where he pitches. I think we better National League gets the extra out. No, I think listen, he's a bulldog to me. He isn't your typical Japanese pitcher. Listen, he got roughed up, and that's the last impression you have of him. But listen, go back and watch the man. He's a bulldog. He really is. He's a horse. He carried the Rangers. They were crushed when he wasn't there. When he was there, they became competitive and a really good baseball team. I think he's getting overlooked in this, which might bring his tag down a little bit.
All right,
I think
possible.
I would love. Listen, out of the two, I would take Darvish over Arrieta and overpay for Darvish because I know the puppy's still working real well.
Do we have any
I love Darvish.
Any interest at all in Carlos Santana?
Interest, sure.
There's always interest in a guy that can flat out rake.
Yeah, I got interest in rakers.
All right,
they want to
come rake my front lawn too. I got interest
it's just
in that.
in the NL with Hoskins there.
Stuff.
What
and
do you
Joseph,
do
assuming that
Joseph, I could just leave Joseph he could take a walk.
Yeah, so it's just where do you play him?
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you have to deal Hoskins in one of these trades, and then Santana, Hosmer.
That actually brings up another great question: is he untouchable?
Nope. If somebody backed you up, other proven talent in the league right now. Because I don't want prospects. I don't need prospects.
I really like the kid.
I want studs.
But he's not a game changer first baseman right now.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? I could go sign a Santana, a Hosmer, even a Brandon Belt, and get the same production out of that guy
and use Hoskins in the outfield
that I can get for Hoskins.
Yeah, and Altair's the odd man out, and that's fine with me.
Well, I'm not even saying. I'm just saying if you have to
Well, I'm just saying
Hoskins,
Hoskins to me, it's fine in the outfield. To me, if you're signing a legit really good first baseman.
Yeah.
And
there's a
Hosmer's a great name, and Santana's a great name too, Mike. I have no issues with Santana.
All right. So obviously we know they've agreed in principle with Pat Neshek. They actually signed Tommy Hunter. I'm fine with both of them. They're arms. Yeah. I actually think Tommy Hunter has a chance to be better than he's been the last couple of years now that he's back in the National League. I don't know about you guys, but I know, Brian Daly floated it out there a little bit on the book, and there's been some other rumors. I have zero interest in Addison Reed. I think he's 4 years past his prime.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't do it for me. And I think signing Hunter, you're out on Reed now.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the two, and they went with Hunter, and it's fine.
Zeke says Marvin's going to go 50 and 112.
So the Yankees are supposedly shopping Jacoby Ellsbury. Any interest?
Nah, not at this point. I got too many out there anyway.
Well, I mean, if the deal's right, I always take a guy that I know can play at this level. You know what I mean? And he's on a redemption case. If the deal's right and then I can flip him again, why not? You're going to eat a couple bucks, because you're not eating anything at John Cole. You're actually under luxury tax after you traded Headley. They actually made money on on those whole things.
Ridiculous.
I mean, again, the deal's got to be right.
Now,
I mean, if they're throwing them away, I'll take them.
Now, here's an interesting one that popped late. If Carlos Santana does not return to the Indians, and Edwin Encarnacion is basically going DH only, would you be willing to? And this is a name. It kind of has me intrigued. Would you trade a package of either Hoskins or Joseph and Roman Quinn to Cleveland for either Trevor Bauer or Carlos Carrasco?
Yes.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, I think both of them are top line starters.
Yeah.
I think if it's Carrasco, you get Hoskins. I think if it's Bauer, you get Joseph.
But in that sense, to me, you're not giving up anything to get something.
Yeah, well, you have another guy you can just plug in, basically.
Right.
Bob Hartman wants to know what young guy you want to build around, whether you get Machado or not. Me, in the rotation, it's Nola. It's not even a question. Lineup-wise, to me, and it's not the way the Phillies are going to do it, that's a Double Herrera to me because he's your best hitter in your lineup. He's your most complete. Now with Machado becomes your most complete hitter. Yeah. But right now, it's Herrera.
I'm sorry, was he saying with Machado or without?
Whether you get Machado or not.
Okay, so as of right now.
Yeah, so who's your young player you want to build around?
Right now, today, it's Nick Williams.
Nick Williams is another great one.
See, if I look at today's roster, I'm in the same boat Greg is. I'm Nick Williams. Down the road, I mean, you know who I love. I want to build a lineup with that kid at the top and work my way down from Scotty Jetpack.
Yeah, but I'm going to look deeper. You can look right behind the plate.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You can look right behind the plate because that boy, that's a grown man. He can hit it.
And the interesting thing about that is he's not going anywhere.
No, he's not.
He's out of options. He cannot go anywhere.
No, he's up.
Correct.
Knapp and ironically Rupp both have options left. So you imagine one of them is starting. They're either going to carry 3 or one of them is going to be down in AAA because they both have options. But Alfaro is here, and he should be the guy.
It wouldn't surprise me if they sent Knapp back to AAA and had him play 5 days a week, and then if something happened to Alfaro, Knapp would come up and immediately start, and Rupp would just sort of maintain that backup role.
Yeah.
5 good?
Yeah.
This little Sixers talk.
A little 10-9-8s.
Yeah, big win last night. I was honestly, I didn't like
the turnovers.
Turnovers were horrendous, but I didn't like Ben's lack of aggression. And you see him make shots in practice all the time, and I think at some point you gotta I love that he's a dish first guy, and I never want that to go away. But it's sometimes you have to be aggressive. And last night he didn't look aggressive at all. And your big dog took the basketball game over.
Yeah.
And won you the game. But then he got aggressive late, which I felt like he turned it on. And that was good to see. But big win. That was the biggest win of the year so far.
But let's talk about this for
opinion.
a second, though, because where he got aggressive late, surprisingly, is when he started playing off the ball.
Yeah.
Because
he moved well.
I mean, he was basically bringing the ball across and immediately handing off and going to the weak side. And I counted between the fourth quarter and overtime, I counted 5 buckets. And it may have only been his only 5 buckets of the game.
It was.
Where he was just literally back cut, underneath the basket, boom, catch, dunk,
going
layup,
against guys smaller
whatever.
than you.
Yeah.
Easy dunk.
It's just moving real well without the ball.
It's starting to annoy me, the chatter in the Sixers groups that you're hearing right now. Someone posted the top centers in the league, and people were golfing that DeMarcus Cousins is there. Well, you're obviously golfing because you're not watching DeMarcus Cousins.
Right.
And they're saying Joel is already the top center in the league. Listen, I love Joel.
He's not the top center.
He's not the top center in the league. There was stretches in that third quarter where Karl Anthony Towns, who is not Joel Embiid, worked him over on both sides of the ball.
Okay. And
Now, is Joel in his second year or third year and hasn't played a full year yet? Yes. Can Joel get to that point? Yes. But we have to – there was times – and all it was effort for Towns a couple series there.
And that's what he brings.
And then Joel got popped.
Don't put your you know what I mean? Don't put your nose up to Karl Anthony Towns though.
I'm not.
No, he's not.
No, I'm not.
Not at all.
No,
I didn't take it that way.
He's absolutely.
He should get his. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying he worked over Joel a couple series, and it was just pure effort.
Oh yeah.
And then Joel got knocked by Taj Gibson. And
after
that knock, Joel flipped a switch. Whether he was because he played a lot of minutes last night.
He did.
And whether he was tired through that stretch and he was lackadaisical. Because there was a couple times he hit the deck and he wasn't running back, and Towns is beating him down the floor. And that happens.
Yeah.
But I think it's crazy that people are sitting there like wanting to crown Joel as the best big in the league, and he's still a pup.
He's 1-2. Yeah.
He's still a pup.
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah.
He's there.
He's
but
in the combo.
It's
in the combo.
but. I like, though,
after
he got popped.
DeMarcus does some lazy-ass shit, too.
After he got popped by Gibson, it was like that switch flipped.
He's a bulldog.
After he sat down for a couple minutes, and he took over that game. That
Euro
Euro step was ridiculous.
It's sickening.
Well, can I?
A 7-2 guy should not be able to do that.
Never.
Sorry, Mike.
No, it's okay. I apologize for stepping on you there, but can we give Brett Brown a little bit of credit for last night? Because I'm like you're talking about these Sixers groups. Like I am tired of going into these groups and everybody just wants to fire the coach.
All the time.
Number one, after your starting five, who on this team do you trust? I trust Booker now more than I trust half the rest of the guys on this roster.
Trevor Booker can play.
Okay, and I put that firmly on at the feet of Brian Colangelo. So after my starting five, and now granted that doesn't count Fultz and Rocco because they weren't there, but I got no trust in Bayless, no trust in TLC. Holmes is an effort guy. He needs to stop shooting jump shots.
Yes.
Amir Johnson, he's a guy. Furkan doesn't get minutes. James Michael McAdoo doesn't get minutes. Like, I don't have trust in anybody beyond that top five.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
Holmes can do some things
so
create some mismatches.
Quit blaming the coach. But last night, strategically, JoJo picks up number 4, and they switched him on the defensive end, so he's playing the 4.
Taj Gibson.
Well, he's playing
Taj
and
Georgie's
Deng.
Deng.
Yeah, Georgie's Deng. So he's playing the 4 on the defensive end, and whether it was Amir or Rashawn Holmes is playing Karl Anthony Towns on that side. And, Towns plays enough on the perimeter that you're not going to get beat up in the post by having a smaller guy on him. Completely flipped the complexion of the game when he started playing JoJo at the 4 on the defensive end. And to me, that's just like, thanks, Brett. Your move right there basically got us back in the game.
Oh, there's no doubt.
That's true. He deserves credit.
There's never been a point where
it's disgusting.
There's never been a point to where I've wanted to rip Brett because I just think he earned it.
Yeah.
I just think he's been through enough shit that just lay off the guy for a year.
Right.
Let him be. Let these kids get
to your
used to
point,
his system.
There was that side out of bounds late in the game where it just went right to the post to Ben, or it was right into JoJo, and it was like that's a play that I'm sure he drew up 2-3 years ago that like
they've never been able to
get because you got freaking Tony Roten trying to throw the ball out from out of bounds.
And how about this? You talk about the turnovers. That's not on Brett.
No.
But the ball movement's on Brett. They do at times really a lot of times.
The unselfishness.
Very unselfish. One of the most unselfish teams in basketball.
Sometimes they overpass.
Yeah, they do, and that creates some turnovers sometimes. Sure. But I love it. I love their unselfishness. But, Fultz, we'll just end here. Does Markelle Fultz – when does Markelle Fultz come back?
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
When he's healthy.
I think they're going to redshirt him. I think they're setting us up for a red shirt.
When he's healthy, and if that's what that is, then that's fine. He's just got to be healthy. I just don't – we're not in a position right now to where we need him to win a championship because it's not happening.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I mean, they said they're going to not revisit it, but they'll
reevaluate in 3 weeks.
They'll reevaluate in 3 weeks, but there was no pain this time.
Okay,
that's what they said, right? There was no.
Well, they said there's no pain and no structural damage.
Yep. So they're reevaluating in 3 weeks.
So
to me, you can't now come back in 3 weeks and say he's not right. You can't do that. You can't do that because I'm gonna hammer. I'm gonna come hot, BC. You rat face bastard. You can't do that. Now, if you want to tell me he's just not healthy from jump and don't pull this shit, because then it'll be another one of them lies again. Yeah. And that's what I have no time. I think none of us have time for at this point is for a lie. Just be honest. Listen, it's not feeling right. We're just going to shut him down. This is how we operate here. We don't hurt assets and guys that we value this much.
And
that's
cool.
it. And okay, we'll move on.
All right, we're moving on. Yeah.
We'll be maybe mad for a day,
or a week,
24 hours a week,
or a show.
So that's
right.
Or just a show. So you know what I mean. You can't switch it around.
Right.
3 weeks and all of a sudden he's not healthy.
Oh, now he's got pain.
Yeah, now he's got pain again.
Now he's got pain.
And that came where? From you? Would you punch it, BC?
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing: you also can't get to 3 weeks and then tell us it's going to be another 3 weeks.
No.
And you got to make some kind of call at that point.
Where your head's at, Mike. Where you say he's not playing, I almost completely agree with it. But I'm going to go with you can't lie to us again. So I'm going to say sure he'll play again.
Right.
So what do you think?
Well, I just think when he's healthy, whenever that is.
Yeah, but when do you think that is? Do you think that's in 3 weeks he comes back?
I think maybe 3 weeks they activate him, and maybe he doesn't play for another 2 weeks after that.
Okay.
I do think he sees time here this season. I do.
That's it.
If you want me to say February, I'll say February.
All right.
Because that 3 weeks puts us middle of December, middle of January.
Yeah, I was thinking 2 weeks after.
I'm right with you.
He was
Then he's cleared for basketball activities.
Yeah, so
again.
5 weeks.
There you go.
He's playing.
February.
All right. Great show, boys.
Yeah.
We'll get the hell
Good
out of
stuff.
here. We'll be back next Wednesday night, hopefully after a dub, and hopefully after a good play by Nick Foles and his entire football team. Sunday, up at MetLife, piece of shit. So let's go dominate. Another edition of Tom,
Mike,
AM,
in the PM.
A2DRadio.com. Thank you all for listening. You all help drive
Thank you.
the show. We fucking love you.
Great comments.
Okay. Thank you, Gibson Mayer
Except
LLC.
you, Zeke.
We love you, Zeke. Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public account. Make it yours. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. BMW Atlantic City, Scanzano Sports, Sports Outlet Inc., Stream Smart Vinny. Thank you all for Tom Arnone, Michael Mataraki, Greg Mwakovic, Rob Povey on the ones and twos. We'll see you all next Wednesday. Tomorrow night, Hockey Happy Hour. Sunday morning, Agree, Disagree. We'll finish your week off.
Fly, guys.
We out. Later.
Peace.
Well, hello again, everyone. This is Bob Mannery, and you're listening to Tom and Mike, AM in the PM, only on A2D Radio. Tom and Mike, these guys are fucking awesome. But their side piece, Greg, that guy is a goddamn problem.